When a game's actually this good, I just can't stay away from it. We're going again, new game plus plus I think, which means we get this row of upgrades. To start at the Zenith shop, we're going to buy a crystal. The next one's 4,000. That was actually 2 crystals. All upgrades from normal shops are 10,000% cheaper. Like, that's ridiculous. What else can we do? 10 times more damage in a Shadow Realm. Boost the speed of your accountant. Boost the chance to find insta-win symbol. These are all so good. So I think obviously we don't want to start with any of the more advanced ones. We want to give all upgrades from normal shops are 10,000% cheaper. We'll buy a few of those. So now they're 20,000% cheaper. That's probably going to be important because we're going to need to do more. I assume to leave this room it's going to be more expensive. 100 million. Verminous blocks the path. So with that, we're going to have to throw some darts. You know the drill. We got a new hat. We throw the dart. We don't get a bullseye. Get a piece of gold. We collect that. 3 gold for us. I can't remember what the first upgrade was. Well, there's a bullseye already, so we're picking up right where we left off. The more bullseyes, the better. We need faster dart throwing. We need more darts. We need all sorts of things. Upgrades should be a lot cheaper though, so we should be able to buy all sorts of things actually already. It doesn't make these cheaper, but getting 4,000 gold shouldn't be that bad. So all nuggets are worth 100% more for only 3, then 4, and then 5. So we already have nuggets worth 300% more, which will make a difference. We throw a dart, we get some gold. Rinse and repeat until we're super quadrillionaires. We can be way beyond quadrillionaires in this game. We can get big numbers. Numbers so big that I don't actually know what they are. There's another red one. Bullseye, 14 gold. Another one. 2 in a row. We got a bonus for that and a happy sound. It all adds to the dopamine experience. I'm not going to sleep for days after playing this. 91 gold for us. So we're going to need some new upgrades. Bullseye can be bigger. Let's make Bullseye bigger again. And let's make gold worth a little bit more again. And maybe again. And again. They're so cheap now. So what was that upgrade for under the Zenith shop? All upgrades from normal shops are 20,000% cheaper. Am I reading that right? Am I like not dreaming? That seems unreasonably strong. The bullseye's so big now, like I can't miss. I basically turned the whole thing into a bullseye. I did almost miss that one. But it gives such happy sounds when I hit it now. Very reliable. Okay, we're already up to 231 gold. That we don't need to talk about that one. That was way off. And another one? Good. Give me the gold. Now we're going to get a new super bullseye zone. That's going to be worth more. Upgrade the flight of all your darts, making them drop 1.5 times more gold. Also important. We can also get an additional 300% gold. So 600% gold. So now when I hit that purple bullseye, good things are going to happen. We just need to hit it. Won't take long. It's not incredibly small. We're not incredibly terrible at the game. But we are getting worse. So I'll pick some gold up for now. That might be close. It's going to be so good when it spits out that gold nugget. There it is. What's that worth? 107. Purple bullseye. We just need much faster dart throwing. And all sorts of things. So is that the upgrades that maybe could have got? We can throw an additional dart for 333. That's not going to hurt. Bullseye can get bigger times 2. So now, whoops, we're going to hit that a lot more often. So now we're firing multiple darts, but we're just trying to aim the main dart. So I always try and release at the same spot. So then even when I miss, we still do pretty good. That was not bad. A little bit high. You throw enough darts, you kind of just get a sense for where they need to be. I couldn't tell you in space where to aim. I just time it off of when you start to rise again. Because that was very, very centered. So if I could just do it consistently like that, would be great. Very close there. Just a little bit off the rise. That was not great. But pick that up. We already got $1,000. We do need more still. So we're going to need maybe a new super bullseye zone. Is that the best use of my power? Probably. Then we'll make bullseye bigger. Gold is going to be worth another 600%. We have a tiny little bullseye, but I think we'll be able to hit that once in a while. We're throwing 2 darts at once, so it doesn't really matter what we're hitting. We're just going to get a lot of gold out of that thing. That was not the big bullseye, but we're still getting purple bullseyes all the time now. And a minute ago, those didn't even exist. Now they're going to get bigger. Pretty soon, they'll be what we're aiming not to hit. Times 100. We're going to cycle so many colors through this thing that we're going to forget what colors are. That's actually a lot of gold per thing. I do want to get some of the Zenith points to help upgrade a lot of this. We can definitely get a lot more earnings out of the darts if I get enough zenith points, which we will. The 10,000% cheaper thing, I don't know if I believe that exactly. Upgrades in normal shops, 20,000% cheaper. These don't feel 20,000% cheaper. We can unlock trial mode to get a bigger multiplier. I don't know if we want to do that just yet. We get bigger bullseye size, wouldn't hurt. The rattling gunner we can maybe get started with. They can shoot 5% faster. They are pretty cheap already though, I will say. 45% faster. Gold is worth a little more. So the rattling gunner will fire off every once in a while after giving me a crisp high 5. Off they go. So they're going to hit whatever they hit for this little extra gold in the background. So now we're automatically making money. They're not very accurate. They're not very smart. But they're trying their best. And that's all we can ask of a rodent with a minigun. Couple purples there. Fire again. Down they go. So we're going to save up. We might just save up straight for $4,000 this time because that won't take long. The darts are pretty slow right now, so we just need to speed this whole process up. I got a pretty good idea how to do that. Throwing lots of darts and hitting lots of bullseyes. It's like aiming for the hole-in-one in golf. Always go for that, because you never know. Let's scoop all that up. Okay, we're at 3,200 already, so this won't be hard. There was a good bullseye too. That was probably actually a lot of what we needed. Okay, I accidentally hit the bullseye with the top dart. That's actually really good for us. Okay, we'll take all that. We have over 4,000. So we could buy our next point. Or we could throw one more dart than before. You throw darts, your dart throw speed is 200% faster, manual and auto. I think we maybe want that for now. Actually, we get 2 points anyway, so we can also throw one more dart than before. 64,000 for the next point, but we just got a pretty good increase because now we can throw 3 darts and we can throw them quite quickly. We hit the bottle at the top in case you're wondering what the smashing sound was. Not to worry, no one's breaking into your house. I can't actually guarantee that, but that sound was at least not the sound of someone breaking your window. There's another couple shots. We hit the purple on that one. There's another bullseye. That might be a bullseye. It was close. We'll scoop all that up. There's another $4,300 for us. We can have a chance to spawn 2 gold nuggets. There's the magician mousey. What do we want here? Oh, 1.5 times more gold is obviously the natural choice there. And then we're going to get another several 100% gold up to 1,300% there. So that's going to be a lot better. We're going to make much more gold off this. I really should be taking advantage of this higher fire rate. We're firing 3 darts at once, so I might as well just throw them. I think we're better off just rapid firing like this rather than waiting to hit those bullseyes. I enjoy hitting the bullseyes, but we don't need to hit the bullseyes. And we'll hit them randomly like this. We're all over the place. We hit another bottle up top. Those will eventually turn into metal, so that we don't need to hear the sound of breaking glass constantly. There's $12,000. Bullseye bigger. You can throw darts 50% faster. This applies to auto throw too. Let's get a 9% chance to spawn 2 gold nuggets. There's now a 16% chance. Nuggets are worth an extra 300%. So we should be able to do this even quicker now. For even more money. I think the next zenith points were 64,000, which won't take long. Not at our rate we're going. And we got a lot of other good upgrades we can get a hold of too. We'll rapid fire those darts a second. Scoop up all that gold. 16,000. One thing we definitely do want is trial mode. We're also going to get a bigger bullseye, speaking of which. The rattling gun can shoot now from 45 to 90, 100% faster. He's still not super quick. Trial mode, if you haven't seen it before, means we basically just throw darts at the target. We get points for hitting the target. The higher the score, the better. We get a multiplier for our regular gold. We have a huge bullseye right now and we're missing. We're actually getting worse as we go. That was better. Right in the blue. I can feel it right away when it launches and when it's bad. Either way, lots of dopamine. Purples are fine. We're starting to get multipliers no matter what. There's another bullseye. I think they go up by about 50% per level. So just like that, we get a 1.6 times multiplier. That will turn into tens, if not hundreds of thousands of times multiplier. But that's obviously a lot more gold for us. There's another bullseye accidentally. There's another bullseye accidentally and another. Lots of good things to happen here. Just keep firing along. We'll scoop that up. There's 24,000. We want magician mousey straight away. They're going to start to get us good stuff. Let's get a new super bullseye zone. Let's make gold worth more. We can get 1,000% more for 2,300 and 1,000% more on top of that. That's also going to help. So Magician Mousy, we start with fire darts. Your darts have a 1 in 40 chance of being imbued with fire. When hitting the board, they give 1 experience. Experience is what levels up Magic Mousy for all of these things. So Magic Mousy is going to get some levels up. Well, look for those fire darts. There's already 1. I don't know if it matters where in the board they hit. We also have that tiny yellow bullseye we want to hit when we can. I'm not at all aiming these, I'm just throwing them out. I don't care who or what they hit. As long as they're hitting that board, we're good. We're hitting that bottle a lot. We're losing some money to that. So Magician Mousy has leveled up. You know what? Let's just throw a few more of these because we're already up to 52,000. Money is escalating rapidly. Originally, all you need to escape this room is $1 million, and we're already 1/20th of the way there. Our number's a little bit bigger now, though. Okay, well, there's the money we need, I think, for the next Zenith point. 64,000 for a couple more of those. All trial mode darts are worth a 5 times score. There's so many good ones. Turbo boosting Magician Mouse XP from fire darts 2 times. There's also that. I want all of these. We can get 200% faster throw speed probably again. Maybe the boost for the trial mode. Next we need $1 million, which won't take long. Okay, Magician Mousy is leveling up. We can also get golden darts. Your darts will have a 1 in 60 chance of being imbued. They give 20 times score when they are. All darts have a 1.3 times higher chance of being imbued. We'll also get a level of that for now. And get back to throwing. There's a gold dart already. It hit a weak spot. We want the gold dart to land in that gold spot. But money is still going up rapidly. Nothing's going to stop us. We had a fire dart into the center, I think. 1.6 times multiplier trial mode definitely isn't bad. There's $114,000 for us. We don't need to boost trial mode yet. We need to throw an additional dart. Automatically throw darts every 4.55 seconds, even when in a different room. We'll get that for now, because when we're in the menu, we'll throw some out. Bullseye can get bigger. Nuggets can be worth many 100% more. Also another 300, 600, 900% more. So nuggets are even more valuable. And we just keep throwing at the dartboard. We get those super quick. 4 darts at a time. We'll throw more and more and more fancy darts as we go. But no, it really is just a lot of plain darts. And that's still perfectly fine. We make so much money no matter what we do. Magician Mousy has leveled up again already. That's a good sign. $1 million for the next Zenith points. Won't take long. There's $185,000 for us already. We'll patiently wait trial mode, but by the time we get there, we'll have gotten better. Magician Mousy has a 10% chance to gain 2 times experience from fire darts. Let's turn that up. We need that leveling up as quick as possible. We get 2 times more gold from darts, bigger bullseye size. We'll go up to 105 times fire speed for my gunner. So our darts did get better again. Even more gold, multipliers on top of multipliers. And those are going to keep going for a while. There's no stopping us now. I get to stay in his dart room endlessly. But that's the beauty of this, we don't have to. We unlock more rooms and they all boost each other and they boost each other bigger and you circle back and it just keeps going endlessly. Cheaper upgrades are going to be a big one. So they've ranked up again. We'll pick up our gold. There's 450,000. Magician Mousy. All gold gain multiplier 1.25 times. We'll take a level of that. We'll maybe get a fire dart. So they give 2 experience every time we fire one now. They get a bonus on top of that, but that's going to level them up quicker. The quicker they level up, the quicker we can spend those points. And it's free to reset them, so we can stack up like 10,000 points, reset, and spend them on more useful stuff. That's maybe my goal for now. But also, let's scoop up that. There's 700,000 gold. Let's get a new super bullseye zone. Make bullseyes bigger. And then we gotta get gold worth more. We'll get 1,000, 2,000% more. Plus 300, 600, 900. Wow. Okay, we're just gonna stack that one up to there. So gold will be worth a lot more. A lot more. We do have a tiny little bullseye target. We're unlikely to hit that, but that's not the smallest one we can have. They can be so small you can't see them at all. We did just go with a fire dart. Coincidentally, our magician leveled up again. Let's grab that for another 500,000. On this, I might get more fire darts as well. 3 experience. It's still the same chance of them firing, which is why the other one is good too. So we get a higher chance. We need to save up just a little bit of money because trial mode is coming up and we want to spend some money on that. We can get a lot of points out of that. Maybe we want our next Zenith points before that, because I think we can boost trial mode even more, and that might be the best use of our money. Those trial mode increases can be significant, but we also don't want to wait too long to do them. But there's a million. We get 2 more zenith points, so trial mode was somewhere here. All darts are 5 times more. So 9 times more, 13 times more. That'll work for now. So that'll be fine. We'll go jump into a trial mode. Actually, hold on. Let's throw a few more darts real quick. He just ranked up again. Let's grab that. And we're going to get 25% more score during trial mode as well. Also, let's increase our chance for double drop and nuggets up to 50%. Those upgrades are big. The rattling gunner shoots an extra 30% faster and then 155% faster. So they'll do some damage in the background. We got to do a trial mode now. We're going to try really hard to hit that little green one. So we got to do a lot better than that. But that was already 130. That was close. 195. These will get into the millions, if not higher. 195 again. Our multiplier is going to go up. I think it was at 1.6 or something before this. So this should be a significant upgrade. That was not bad. 195, just shy of it. That was also not bad. 293, there it was. It's so hard to time that, especially when talking and thinking. That was not good. 130, see, 17 times 6, 17.6 times multiplier. So money just got absolutely stupid again. I don't know what our next zenith points were, but we're looking forward to getting them. We can still do a lot better here in darts and everywhere else. I gotta reread the new upgrades we unlocked too. We did make them all cheaper. We could, I guess, still make them a lot cheaper again. The whole 10,000% thing seems to be confusing me though, because they don't feel that much. Well, there's $8 million, so that's gonna help. I feel better about my choices. We'll scoop that up. $10 million, so $60 million for the next ones. So we could make upgrades cheaper. Upgrade some secret shops are cheaper. More damage in the Shadow Realm is good for multipliers, and then everything else is for future endeavors. There's also this row. I don't know if anything here helps this one. That's for Gacha. That's Platinum, which helps this one a little bit. Turbo tickets. Yeah, so the top row is for us right now. And that keeps it easy. Well, there's already our next things by accident. I love when we accidentally make what we need. We probably want to throw one more dart. And let's fire faster. That also affects our auto go. All right, we also have 1 point here, so let's give a 1.6 higher chance of firing super darts. Now we can fire much quicker. We can rapid fire the darts out for massive nuggets landing on the ground. I want to bury that little weirdo in gold. That's my goal, singularly. Nothing else matters. He's leveling up quickly because we're firing so many fire darts. Grab some of that. $15 million for us. So we can sort of buy lots of things. We can get more gold multiplier there. We can throw an additional dart. We can have Ratatouille shop. We can unlock the Shadow Realm, which wouldn't hurt. That was $2 million. Platinum is worth more. Boost currency in all rooms by 1.2 times. So we just got a pretty good boost. The Rattling Gunner has a higher chance of hitting a bullseye. That's also big for us. Now we fire lots of darts out. Lots of darts very quickly, which means the money stacks up. We don't have to aim for bullseyes anymore because we're accidentally hitting them a lot. I can aim one of the darts really. I think it might be the center dart at this point, but I just want to fire them all out anyway. We just need to rapid fire them. We could also try a Shadow Realm right now. I don't know how easy the first boss is to beat. Ratatouille shop here, we need Platinum to defeat. I think we get Platinum for doing trial mode. Shadow Realm might not be the worst idea in the world. We got 1 point left here. We probably want a higher chance of being imbued or maybe more experience. All gold gain multiplied by 1.5 times, maybe a better choice. Gold will get us more upgrades to keep us going. Experience always happens in the background. We got time. And they leveled up again, so let's get them. Let's get fire darts again for experience for them. For experience means faster leveling. Trial mode is still 2 minutes away, but we got all that beautiful, beautiful gold. So we can spend it on all sorts of different things. It's just going to matter on what we want to do. 50% faster dart throwing. Let's get a new super bullseye zone and make the bullseye size a lot bigger. Upgrades can also be cheaper. Also, many 1,000% more gold worth. Higher chance for 2 times nuggets. And let's get another 900% gold value there. Rattling gun is going to shoot like 40% faster also. So gold value went up a lot. We have a new super bullseye zone. It is not unhittable. That one almost did it there. We just rapid fire into these things. Nothing can stop us. Lots of gold to go. The next zenith point is going to cost 262 million, which would be a lot, but it's really not. You're not ready yet again. We get more nuggets. Shadow Realm, we should do Shadow Realm. Anyway, what is to start throwing? We got enough darts and firepower. I'm pretty sure we can get through the first level at least. And then I'm pretty sure it's going to start like waiting to respawn anyway, so we might as well get that timer started. We didn't have a lot of time to defeat this thing, but we sure did. That's going to be a 1.5 times gold multiplier, which is significant. We couldn't get through their 5,000 HP, but that's okay. Huge gold multiplier for us, 1.5 times. Magician Mousey ranked up again. Your Rattling Gun can now shoot an imbued. It's rare. I don't really care about that yet. Let's get a higher chance of being imbued for everything. And fire away. We really just want a lot of experience. Lots of fire darts. Lots of experience going out, and as much experience from those fire darts as possible. 105 million, there's 250 million. What do we need to leave this room? 100 million? I think we already did it. So that comes about pretty easy. If we scoop all that up, I'm pretty sure we can get more zenith points. 262, done. The next ones are going to be in the billions. Should we make things cheaper? They're now 30,000% cheaper. Which should be this one. We can throw 2 more darts. Let's also do that while we're at it. So did things actually get cheaper? Do they feel cheaper? Trial mode is up again, so we should definitely take advantage of that. They might be cheaper actually. 25% more from trial mode. Let's make the target bigger so I can actually hit it. New super bullseye zone in case we get really lucky. The 1% gold value for every upgrade level in here. The gold shop told the bonus 2.5 times. That's a big one too. Let's also make things cheaper. Shiny nuggets, all gold nuggets are worth a little bit more. Raw gold value going up. Trial mode. Can we hit those teeny tiny bullseyes that basically don't exist? Even that was a 234. That was a 351. It wasn't a super bullseye, but it was somewhere up there. That one might be 351. Fire again. We can do it. Okay, that was a bad one. We don't talk about that one. Or we can. It doesn't bother me. I'll get better as we go. Or worse. It doesn't matter. The bullseyes get upgraded, so we do better no matter what, really. That was good. 26.7 times multiplier. And we got some platinum. So now we can start to do... we got 3,200 platinum points. Fire darts give more XP. That's actually all we want right now. Fire darts give 8 more experience. So we're just going to try and overload the fire darts. We can fire quickly. We can fire many darts. Lots of experience for our little friend who's already leveling up. So what we want to do there is probably 1 more level of fire darts. So they get 5 experience there. Plus their boosters, so we just need a higher chance of them being imbued, really. Which is maybe what we're going to work on next. If we get a much higher chance of them getting imbued, a lot more experience for us long term. We're at $570 million. Make that closer to $1 billion. We just scooped up about $500 million from the ground. +1 rank again. Let's get higher chance of being imbued, 2.2 times. We can also increase the gold multiplier and all sorts of things. But all things in time, we don't need to rush anything at all. There was a double gold dart. That was good. We could upgrade the gold darts because they can be a big multiplier too. And if we're going to fire a lot of them out, they should be big. 1.75 billion. And we're not ready for trial mode again yet. We could definitely get currency boost in all rooms. That's a multiplier. Let's get a bigger bullseye. Make the bullseye bigger. New bullseye zone rather. Bigger multiplier. So these definitely are cheaper. There's now a 9% chance to get 3 gold nuggets instead of 2. 2,000%, 6,000% value. You make that like 10,000% extra value. Plus all those. Things are going to go up here. So we just spent a couple $1 billion and we're going to spend a couple $1 billion more. We'll make that money back in no time. Especially as the bullseyes get bigger. We're going to tear our way through this level. The rat's not going to stop us. We grab all that. There was almost 3 billion. So that's more zenith points? Nope, not quite. Actually, we're very close just based on what's happening in the background. But we'll definitely level up Magician Mousey a lot. We can use those upgrades for our advantage. Okay, we got to get our zenith points now. Which is going to be maybe the same thing. Faster attack speed. times 2. Yeah, probably that. We'll just get 2 of that. We'll get those cheaper upgrades soon. I assume they're good because they're on the next level. I'm going to upgrade my gold darts here. There's a 1 in 60 chance for 30 times, 20 times. Now it's 30 times. So that's a considerable, that's a 50% bigger multiplier. And as we're getting more of those out, good things are going to happen there. Especially if we get golds on the bullseyes. It's a huge multiplier. We could rapid fire these darts. The next zenith was 67 billion, really not far away. At the rate we make money, that's like 10 seconds away. That sounds like a joke, but it's not that far off, really. We have some more points to spend here, so let's actually make our upgrades cheaper. Didn't go as far as I thought. Rattling gunner can shoot a little quicker. We definitely still need some... we could throw an additional dart. We could throw more valuable darts. We'll make the bullseye a little bit bigger. We want to keep going with the value of things. We want to try and find maybe the cheaper ones to begin. So this is only 127,000, so... Wow, we can buy a lot of... We maxed that out already, so things are cheaper. That was actually crazy, the difference on that. We're going to make things cheaper as well. We're picking up a bunch of gold in the background. Bigger bullseye, cheaper upgrades again. And then just more valuable gold. More valuable gold and more platinum. Okay, back to throwing darts, even quicker. We can throw them so quick now. Look at the gold popping out of there like popcorn. Trial mode is 45 seconds away. By then we should be able to get bigger everything. Bigger bullseye, more points in trial mode. We'll be able to get a lot from that. Magician Mousey is hopefully leveling up fairly quickly. Hopefully we're putting adequate points into that. Didn't mean to click on that. Sometimes you just gotta click on things accidentally. So Magician Mousey did level up. Let's get a higher chance of being imbued. So fire darts in particular are going out. Those pay for themselves easily long term. $15 billion for us. Trial mode is coming up, so we want to take advantage of that. Scoop up all that. $22 billion. So we're going to get a lot more from trial mode. I don't think... there's actually a higher chance to gain two times experience from darts. We wanted 3 levels of this. I didn't realize how cheap that was. We'll wait on those last ones. Super bullseye zone's a little bit expensive. Bullseye size can get bigger. We definitely want more platinum from that too. We'll roll the platinum into other things. We're going to save our money for a second because it's time for trial mode. So hopefully we can hit at least one of those better bullseyes. Well, there was a blue for 888, so that's a big start. A second one, so it might already be a new record. 888 again. We are nothing if not consistent until that one happened. We want to get right into like the tiny little bullseyes. They're just so hard to hit when they're that small. It's so hard to time that right there-ish. 888. Well, we got a lot of 888s plus 600s. That was not bad. 888, 72 times multiplier. More gold for us. Lots more gold for us. And that's the fun thing. Things just continuously go upwards. There's nothing not to like in this. Rapid fire darts, and everyone's a winner. We'll get more of the points to make our upgrades cheaper again. That's going to help us out. Scoop all that up. We saved up 73 billion so quickly that we can definitely buy more Zenith points. Let's make things cheaper again and again. So they're 50,000% cheaper, which doesn't apply to these, unfortunately. But we will get a higher chance of being imbued, which is going to help us out. I had to do a quick restart there. That unlocked the Shadow Realm on trial mode again. I don't even remember how far they were to be unlocked again, but I won't complain. Easy multipliers are easy multipliers. Not sure if we can take on the next Shadow Realm boss. No, we need more damage for that. We will stack up some billions of dollars. The next Zenith points are 1 trillion, which actually aren't that far away either. That's really not that bad. So darts are how we get Zenith points. There's no... Unless the next room happens to have a new thing, it's all about the darts. The darts are going to be very important. Wizard Mouse leveled up. Arcane darts could be good for the boss, but I don't think we actually want that right now. I think we maybe want higher chance of being imbued. I think that's going to be the best way to do this for now. More fire darts, more gold darts, more level up, more gold. More good. We want more good. I guess we do have cheaper upgrades right now we should take advantage of. More during trial mode for 43 billion. We probably want bigger bullseye times 2. Let's also get a new super bullseye zone because we're about to do the trial mode. We'll make upgrades a little cheaper for a second. Trial mode it is. We currently have a 72 times multiplier. Don't know where that one was going. Don't need to worry about it. We're going to hone in right here. Okay, that was also a bad one. We're throwing this one real bad. We're going to pull it together. There is a 1000. Our best score is a 7100 so far. So we need to do a lot better than this, actually. We might not break our score, which is really sad. So we need to hit one of the super bullseyes to do it. Oh, and I did it. We got a slightly better score. Not by a lot. We got to do better in the next one. That is not at all good enough. We'd also have to start spending our money since we have cheaper upgrades. Let's get an overall income multiplier. We don't want to make things cheaper right now. We should have platinum to spend right now. Which one of these is still relatively cheap? 53 million feels pretty cheap, so we'll start that going up to the $1 billion level. This is also going to go up to about the $1 billion level. So gold nuggets are more valuable. We hadn't even bought that one yet. These start at 322 billion. Rattling gun can get a lot of upgrades. Normally these are much more expensive by this point. So rattling gun is now able to shoot 500% faster. Plus we'll add some 100% here. 240%, also higher chance of the bullseye wouldn't hurt. Visits to the Shadow Realm could be longer. Right, we're picking up that gold in the background. Let's get better darts for more gold drop. That's just a straight multiplier as well. And then away we go again. Back to firing. Anything and everything. Darts go to the right, don't care what they hit. They're hitting things that give us money. That much we can be sure of. Gotta spend the platinum, right. 44,000 platinum. Fire darts give 13 more XP. Rattling gun, shoot faster. Actually, we want more upgrades too. Cheaper upgrades. If we get cheaper upgrades, maybe eventually they'll be like free. There's $216 billion for us. And that's a good one. We gotta unlock some of the upgrades for the Shadow Realm. Those upgrades can get bigger. We need more damage. At the rate we're firing the fire darts though, our wizard should level up fairly quickly. And we'll be able to spend wizard points on all sorts of things. How are we doing money-wise? 427 billion. We can do better. Faster firing darts. So that's as quick as can be. What is this? Every 5 minutes you don't enter the Shadow Realm gives you 1 mark. Each mark gives you 10% damage boost. So we'll get a few levels of that real quick. We can't actually afford the next one because things get expensive quickly. Magician Mousy has an 80% chance to fire. I think he just leveled up is what that sound in the background was. We got $29 billion. So we'll have a higher chance to spawn more. We can have a 4% chance of spawning 4 gold nuggets instead of 3. Gold nuggets are also worth an extra 4,000%. That should about do us for now. Actually, let's get a higher chance of hitting the bullseye for the rattling gunner. They're actually starting to fire reasonably quick. They will also help in the Shadow Realm too. They'll fire their damage out as quick as possible, but for now we can definitely fire a lot of darts out there. It's so quick now. So the trillions will start to pile up soon. And that means more zenith points for us. Give me all that. 432 billion. 432 billion. Wait, the Magician Mousy leveled up again? 1 point left. Maybe we'll do that so we get 40 times more gold from the gold darts. We'll give our rattling gunner some love. Forgot what it was called for a second there. Okay, we have $500 billion currently. We're 100 seconds away from the next trial mode. Things are going quite well so far. We are very confident in our ability to make money at this point. A little bit more of that. Okay, we're coming up on $1 trillion very soon. We probably actually have it as of now. How about now? Yeah, there it is. 1 trillion. What were the zenith points? 1.07, so they're not far away either. We need another, I think, 40 million to do that. Billion, rather. There it is. So, zenith points for us. Now we can pick what we want to buy. So the discounted things are cheaper. Secret shop stuff can be 10,000% cheaper too, though. That's obviously quite strong in itself. We're going to get one of those. We want to throw more darts, probably. So we'll start with that. Turbo boost from a Magician Mousy XP from fire darts. Turbo boost. Oh, so the experience could be doubled, actually, from Magician Mousy. We should get that. I didn't really read that properly earlier. But these should be considerably cheaper now. They don't feel that much cheaper, do they? We can just upgrade this so accountant toad will generate more. And things are cheaper. We roll on. We just rapid fire spam that thing. We got to make the bullseyes bigger. They're way too small up there. And the bigger they get, the more other things get pushed out. Let's get a 3.4 times higher chance of getting imbued darts. We also got to spend some more money. Okay, bigger bullseyes, bigger bullseyes, bigger bullseyes. That's going to help. Let's get some cheaper upgrades as well. We could also pay off Idiot to move to the next room. That's also going to unlock... we can earn more money in the next room. We get a lot of levels of that because of our discount. Not that we're going to really do much in the next room just yet, but we'll get there eventually. More time in the Shadow Realm. Trial mode is also back, so he's happy with his $100 million. Considering we're trillionaires, that doesn't sound so bad. Our bullseye zones are much bigger now. We can actually see the purple in there. We should do our trial mode. Let's just quickly save up $1 trillion to see if we can do anything to boost our trial mode. Bigger bullseyes would be nice, considering how bad my throwing has been the past few rounds. There should be some decent money on the ground. 850 billion. So bigger bullseye. That's really all we can afford right now. We can get more income across all rooms. That should about do it for now. Maybe more platinum right now. We probably just want a little more platinum while we're down there. Trial mode again. Oh wait, targets are bigger, so yeah, that was good. There was a 1500 straight away. We don't need many of those to add up to break our score. We need much bigger multipliers though, and I know eventually the multipliers do get big, especially with our current potential on everything. So you go there, land there. 1500, we're so close to that next one. It helps that they're bigger. It does help a lot. Thought that was a bad one right there. Nope, I focused extra hard and did extra worse. That was even worse again. But we got 126 times multipliers. That's actually quite a step up. Plus a bunch of platinum for us. We'll spend the platinum. Darts give more experience. Up to 15 now. Rattling gun can shoot a lot faster too. And then the accountant toad can also do some extra money for us. Did Mousy level up yet? Not yet. What were the next zenith points? 17 trillion. That's not that bad either. Especially once you start bouncing around. We fire so many darts so quickly that I should actually go to the Shadow Realm. I think we could actually take out the next boss. We should. Also, we're going to do this. Upgrade the flight of all your darts. They drop 7 times more gold now. Aside from that, what do we want? A new Super Bullseye Zone? We can't really do anything with that yet. Let's just make gold worth more. Those are actually getting maxed out. That's insane that they're already getting maxed out. So things that are only a few $1 billion should be upgraded. If they're not double digits billions, we can afford them. Especially that one. That one's important too. Yeah, Rattling Gun is going to fire a lot quicker. All the way up to 565% faster. Plus 330 there. Oh, higher chance of the bullseye is a big one too. We can boost the fill rate for the gacha room. And also 1% damage in the Shadow Realm per rank of your Magic Mousey. So 18% more damage there. That's also going to help, so we'll go to the Shadow Realm. 5,000 HP only on that big idiot. I think we'll be able to take him down. Not the next one, but we're not at all set up to do damage. We're set up to make gold. I think we're going to do this, are we? I think we are. 10 seconds left. This might actually be closer than I thought. I thought we could hopefully just spam him dead in a hurry. We're doing about 200 DPS, so I think we're going to do it, but only just. Is he dead? Okay, we got him, but barely. So there's a big multiplier. 2 times now. And that's going to help us. We also have, there's $2.55 trillion. So good things are happening. Very good things are happening. What did I say the next zenith point was? 17? 17 trillion. Really not that bad. We'll get there without even trying. Time goes by so quick when I'm playing this. Bigger bullseye one per 1.3 trillion. That's not going to hurt anything. We sort of need the help. I read that. I didn't read that properly, but gold nuggets are worth more. And there's 2.5 trillion anyway, so like no loss. No loss whatsoever. If we start to land some of the gold and some of the bullseye, that's going to be big. We're seeing a lot of gold in the upper trajectories for some reason. More gold nuggets are good. Okay, Mousy leveled up again. For that, we probably want to do gold multiplier overall. And that's going to help us make big gold. We could do more fire darts. We can never have too much of that, although we already have a pretty big multiplier. We need the zenith points to multiply those also. We're getting either 20 or 40 experience per fire dart. And they need 14,000 to level up currently. They can and will do this in the background as well. Let's scoop all this up real quick. There's 11 trillion. So next points are coming up pretty quick. There's a lot of things we could spend $11 trillion on too at the same time. Lots of good upgrades away. We'll take another scoop of that beautiful gold. Actually, we're basically up to 17 trillion. So now we sort of have to get the next zenith points. It's like it's a sign. The next Shadow Realm was a long ways away, but that's okay. We can wait. Okay, so zenith points, bought. So I said the one about getting extra supercharging the Magician Mousy. So we get 2 times experience there, 3 times experience there. That'll work. That means he'll level up quicker. I think I might have accidentally hit the thing to go to the next level. So we're going to wander into start some lottery. They get things in good hands here for now anyway. Dartling Gunner will sit there and fire in the background. That's no problem at all. I don't know if they're actually going to make any experience in the background. I don't know if the Dartling Gunner has a chance to do that. So to escape this room, we're going to need $100 million. Gorgon hops in the way. That's perfectly fine. So this works. We got to scratch lottery tickets. This game is just simply ones give value. We can eventually upgrade to find higher than ones and multipliers and all sorts of things. The orange game is one of my favorites. Income should be plenty here. We already have $156. There's a cooldown on these, so now that I scratch whatever that was, they're on cooldown. So we got to start shopping. Ticket prices were 10% more. Unlocks a new possible number on the orange tickets so they can get higher numbers potentially. So we'll do that again so they can go as high as 10 now. We can get our higher chance of having that happen. These are quite cheap in comparison. Ticket prices were 20% more as well. We get one more column on the orange tickets. We can also get a multiplier in the orange tickets already. And prize tickets worth more money. So then we'll go back to good old scratching. They're already a lot bigger. There is, wow, that was a very big win. 2 multipliers, 2 10s. So luck was on our side there. That was $800. That feels like all the money in the world suddenly. Most of them are going to be more like this. Bring them up, let's do it again. Bring them up, let's do it again. We need more orange tickets. All right, we're out of money. So you can now find jackpot symbols on tickets. Find 3 jackpots to win a powerful prize. Those are important. That's new on the bottom. That haven't seen that before. Boost the chance of finding a jackpot symbol. 50%. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. We're also going to get higher numbers potentially. Higher chance of finding higher numbers. What else do we want? I don't want money maze right now. We'll stick to orange tickets. We'll keep it simple to begin. Orange tickets are simple. We scratch, we win. There's 527 already. There's a jackpot symbol, only a single one. The jackpots are actually really good. You want them on all the tickets you can get your hands on. They boost other games in a big way. But there's another $2,200. So we want 50% more prize money. Another bunch of prize money there. And more percents there. We're not ready to play. Let's go back to darts for a second. I really need to get some more fire points going. We do also have a trial mode set up waiting for us. So we do need to jump back here once in a while. We are going to get more points during trial mode. Let's get another super bullseye zone snuck in there. We'll make things cheaper while we wait. And then we'll go blast through a trial mode. Not sure where we're going with that one, but that was actually big. The upgraded points are going to be big for bigger multipliers. That was bad. We don't want to hit those. Okay, that had me worried. We're going to hit one of those. That's okay. Right into that spot. A little more. Got it there. Not quite. 1700 is still fine. It's not great. There we go. 2500. Those are the spots we want. There we go. 3800. That was also a pretty good one. So our score was 50% better. 186 times multiplier. For even more gold. So in the rat shop, fire darts give more experience. Yeah, we want the multiplier that. Captain Toad generates more. He works in the lotto room. I think he basically gives us money based on our biggest wins on lottery games. Okay, there we go. So we need... Your rattling gunner can also be imbued by magic. It's rare though. 7% of the normal chance, which is pretty high because there's a 3.4 times higher chance. So every once in a while he will fire darts in the background. I guess we're auto-firing 2 fire darts now that I think about it. So that wasn't the most necessary thing in the world to do. But I don't regret it. Bullseye's bigger for 3 trillion. Normally it takes forever to get to these types of upgrades. Magician Mousey now has a 100% chance to gain 2 times experience. Currency in all rooms can go up a little bit more. Extra money in the Shadow Realm. Actually, we need more of this. Every 5 minutes you don't enter the Shadow Realm, we gain a mark. So we get extra damage. Shall we go fight idiots shortly? Then, aside from that, we probably just want more gold value, really. Little gold multiplier value. Keeping an eye on the price of them, no doubt. But that was also a multiplier on top of it all. And a higher chance for 4 times gold nuggets. They can also shoot quicker. So the value of gold should be up even more. We'll just go ahead and lob some darts in that direction. Good things are going to happen. We're about to leave letters and go into scientific notation, which I guess is another letter. We need bigger bullseyes. We need much bigger bullseyes. And more darts. More darts would feel good. There's 11, 12 trillion. Bigger bullseye for 7 trillion. These do get expensive. We can make things a little cheaper. Long term, that's going to help. Do we want more platinum? Not really. Not yet. Back to the dart throwing. You never have too many darts. So we throw darts at that. Darts go in, money comes out. We make it rain gold all over these idiots. I just realized how pixelated Ratatouille is compared to everyone else. I guess my character is much more pixelated though. They have varying degrees of pixelation. Rattling Gunner is 199 darts per minute currently. That's actually a lot. That's well over 3 per second. So they'll make lots of money all by themselves. Not that we need much help with that. $17 trillion. Bigger bullseyes again. We really want to be able to land those in. Get those multipliers. We get a lot more value on those. We still need to make them bigger, bigger, bigger again. Was that a rat level up? It was. Maybe a higher chance of being imbued at this point. Poison helps to fight the boss. I don't think it's worth to upgrade Mousey Synergy anymore. I think we probably just want a higher chance of being imbued right now. Because that's also just going to boost the Rattling Gun rate of imbue too. But we need a lot more fire going out. The fire is going to boost us in a big, big, big way. Okay, we're going to eat those up. There's another 14 trillion. I don't want a new super bullseye zone. I need bigger bullseyes right now. Let's increase currency in all rooms. Let's go back to Lotto for a sec. We only have $6 here. There was a single jackpot. That was our best win for $1,300 though. He's going cooldown, which isn't always the most fun. There was 2 jackpots. We almost had it. Might take a while before we actually get it. There's a new best win again. So we can increase the chance of getting better multiplier a little bit. These do get pretty expensive pretty quickly. We can get another row on the oranges. That's going to make it much bigger again, actually. Let's get a higher chance of getting better things on the orange tickets. Let's get more columns as well. So the orange tickets are much upgraded. Just as their cooldown runs out. Look at all that to work with. I need a more powerful scratcher. This takes way too much. There's 3,100. This just obviously gives more chance of higher numbers, but even like a single multiplier on that would multiply all of it. So we just need lots of multipliers. Jackpot! We got it already. 2 times Magician Mousey points per rank. That's huge. And Rattling Gunner quicker too doesn't hurt. So that was an easy jackpot. I guess it should be at this point. So we could get potentially bigger numbers there. We can get 50% more money on things. We'll do that real quick. We'll unlock the green tickets because that's going to unlock the accountant toad. So that's going to make us money in the background. So every 30 seconds will generate money equal to 39% of your best wins across all tickets. We can also increase that. We can also unlock the high roller ticket. We can also get accountant toad generates 1% more. So let's crank him up a little bit. So we can actually check into it with him to see what he's doing. So he gets $1,800 every 30 seconds or whatever it was. But that depends on our biggest win, which is where our gambling addiction takes over, because the bigger the wins, the more money we make long term. There's a new bigger one, so Accountant Toad just went up again. And we spend this money on more upgrades to potentially get bigger wins to get more money again. 6,400. See what I mean? Oh, we should also play the green game at least once. I don't like this one as much. I couldn't tell you why. I just don't. But we should all, if we get a jackpot, I'll like it a lot more. Well, we didn't, but there's still a win there. So Accountant Toad now makes 3,200 every once in a while. We need a better green win, which means we should probably upgrade this thing. There was only one jackpot symbol anyway. Oh, we started on a jackpot. It's nice to get the jackpot out of the way too, because then it doesn't take up valuable space anymore. Is it over here? Is it over here? What about here? Best win. We didn't even have a third jackpot symbol on there. But now account total is 3,500. So you can see how that gets big fast. Usually when I do this, I try and get the orange tickets just as high as possible so they can already go up to 20. We get a higher chance at getting higher numbers. There's more columns. We can get higher multipliers. We can get a higher chance of getting those multipliers. And then we get to scratch all these. Eventually we do get a stronger scratcher so we can just like touch these and they go away. Probably should have done that sooner. Okay, let's upgrade the greens a little bit then. We're going to increase the base value a whole bunch. Simple as that. We can unlock a new dollar symbol award that can be up to 2 times. Okay, that's fine. We also get more columns. We get more rows. We can get an extra life, so we can hopefully find those things better. Also, we'll get a little bit of extra boost, just a lot of earnings. So now we got all these to scratch. I guess we have a higher chance of... There's some 2 times, 2 times, 2 times. Oh, I like this now. Look at all those 2 times. I like this ticket now. So it's 17,000. So our count in total now makes 10,000 every once in a while. Green's actually outperforming orange, and I can't have that. We got to get back to scratching this. So we need lots of 20s and lots of multipliers. But that one did get bigger. See, while we're having fun here in the lotto room, the dart game is still getting played. Okay, that was 15,000, much bigger. Account in total is up to 14,000. So even when we're back in the dart room, then we'll pile up some money here. We did get a 50 and the multiplier. This could be a big one. Plus a 2 times, 30,000. So account in total makes 20,000. We're up to $80,000 already. It goes so quick now. Okay, shopping now. What do we want? We want everything. So let's unlock the purple ticket. Let's unlock the blue ticket. We can't afford anything because we want Abacus Frog. That's important. Befriend the Abacus Frog, get experience by playing tickets. And each level up boosts the money made on that ticket forever. We can also gain more experience on Abacus. So we definitely want lots of that. I think some of my Zenith points also affect that. So the more we play a ticket, the better it gets. Which is maybe always why my orange one seems like the best one. Because it is, but that's because I play it a lot and level it up. Money never hurts, it already leveled up. So we gotta upgrade Abacus Frog maybe with my Zenith points. I don't know if that's gonna matter long term or not. I enjoy it, but it doesn't mean it's useful. Okay, for now, let's jump back over to darts for a sec, see how we're doing over here. We got 21 points left to spend apparently. So that's good. I'm not entirely sure where those came from, but I don't have to care. Let's put that to level 10 so there's a 4 times higher chance of being imbued. Do we want more experience in the fire darts? I'd kind of rather just get a few more levels of gold darts so they can give 100 times more gold. Still have 14 points left. Gold multiplier maybe for now? Yeah, let's just get some gold multiplier going. That'll help pay for things too. We can reset these later. So there's $57 trillion for us. Those gold multipliers are not going to hurt a thing. Let's just throw a few darts out. We have a trial mode and a shadow realm waiting. I don't know if the shadow realm's doable, but trial mode certainly is. So let's gather that up. We got $109 trillion. We need a bigger bullseye. We also need better darts. We can get another super bullseye zone. I don't think we're able to hit that. I think it's very small. But we got very big targets for trial mode now. We started with a 3,800. That's great. That was a 5,700. That was one of the inner bullseyes, but not the inner bullseye, curiously. But they're way tucked in there. It's going to be really hard to get in there. There's another 3,800. The more multipliers we get, the stupider things are going to get. And it's going to start to get rapid. 2,500 as well. Go up there. Well, way off. Not even close. Okay, that one I actually misclicked in my defense. Okay, that one's going to be good though. Good enough. We still got 282 times multiplier. It was still 50% better than the last one, which means our gold multiplier went up that much. We're not going to Shadow Realm it just yet. We are going to keep firing because we're going to make a lot of money. 140 trillion. When was the next Zenith points? 274 trillion, so they're not far away. Is there something we want to do for... 10 times damage in the Shadow Realm would be good to get those multipliers going also. Accountant Toe going up would help a little bit. Boost the chance to find an insta-win by 120%. Some of these are good. We were talking about maybe Abacus Frog, who was here. 25 times more experience for all ticket types, so we can boost through that super quick. So we just got to save up a couple $1 trillion to get there. Actually, we hardly do. 274 trillion. We're basically already there. So let me just throw a few darts at this. And it's not going to take long to make that. Which is kind of silly. So we'll do that and we're there. So zenith points for us. So Abacus Frog is going to get a little upgrade. I already forgot where we're sitting right here. So 25 times more there. We could throw more darts if we wanted. We could also get more here. We're going to be able to get a lot of these anyway. We could get faster rattling gunner 100% actually. That's maybe also a good idea. Let's throw more darts. Because I think for now our biggest income is going to come from us. But we'll work on those upgrades. The next zenith points are 4.39 E15. That won't be that hard to make. We're throwing more darts than ever before too. So we'll be able to blast our way through there. For now we're just going to let things run a little bit in the background. Because I got to go deal with the puppy. But we'll come back to more money. And we're back. Took a little bit longer than I thought. Luckily that just means more money for us. We got 5.5 E15 money to spend. Which means we could probably buy a lot of things, including these. Which should maybe be the first thing we buy. They're going to cost 4.39 E15 anyway, so that's all we can afford. But that's okay, we still have another 2 to spend. We can spend that on whatever we want. We could upgrade the Abacus a little more. We could upgrade the trial mode. Trial mode might be the best idea right now. We get 21 times more on that because we have a trial mode coming up straight away. We also have more money to spend right away, but trial mode is going to be the multiplier here, which is going to let us get more zenith points. So trial points are going to be worth even more. We're going to make the bullseye size bigger. We're going to get another super bullseye zone. That's going to help with trial mode. Now between all of these, we're going to make the gunners shoot faster, a lot faster, much faster. Because we're going to be gone sometimes. We should also pay to make these a little cheaper before we do much of anything else. That would be logical. Backwards as always. Trial mode it is. Now we got different targets to aim at there. Ooh, that was a pretty good first shot. That was almost 7,000 already. 7,000 again. Because of the extra boosts we just got too. That was only almost 5,000, but that's still perfectly fine by me. So the score is going to get big. The multiplier is going to get big. We get more zenith points. We get more fun. 4,500 there. Fire it up. 4,500 again. I was actually looking at the timer when I launched that one in my defense. I don't know why I drifted away. 509 times multiplier. So we got almost double the multiplier we had, which was already quite big. And that naturally means good things for us. Also, we got 6 points left of this guy. We're not ranked 25 yet. That's kind of sad. Do we want more gold multiplier? Do we want more rattling? We got to choose what we want here. I don't really want more golden darts. I don't think they get a bonus at level 10. We have a higher chance of being imbued. We already get lots of fire dart experience. Maybe there's a higher chance of being imbued. So let's get a 4.9 times chance and let's get a bigger multiplier. We're at a 6 times gold multiplier. Also, we got a bit of platinum to spend. Fire darts give more experience. Rattling gunner shoots faster. More experience again. So we're getting lots of experience there. We're going to get lots of gold and money from doing this. We have a lot of imbued darts going out and we can throw them very quickly. Shadow Realm, I think I want one more Twizzler before we're going to go ahead and fight that thing. We might even put a single point into upgrading now. Also, we can get more damage per mark, which is going to help in there. Lotto upgrades can go up actually quite a ways here. These are relatively cheap. They're up to the $1 trillion mark. We have $500 trillion. So more money there. More money in all rooms. We also get more damage for the Magician Mousy levels in the Shadow Realm. We'll make nuggets worth more. Which one of these is cheapest? 108 billion. They're basically free at this point. We'll bring the upgrades up to the $1 trillion level. At least. That's actually quite easy to do at this point. Anything that's not at the $1 trillion level is getting an upgrade. That got expensive quickly. That's okay. That's already there. This is 206 trillion for a bigger bullseye. We're going to do that anyway. And a few more levels of the trillions. If they're not in the tens of trillions, we're going to upgrade them now. So they're all getting there. Perfect. I think that'll work for now. That's only 144 million. We might as well start on this. Ooh, those get expensive quick. This, sometimes they get really expensive really quickly. But now we'll make even more money. Potentially actually a lot more money. We're going to wait for the next Shadow Realm visit. That'll be good. I just want to throw some darts over here and see what we get for all that. Scoop that up. 1.65. Okay, so we make a lot more money. We're waiting on you again. Let's do some lottery for a sec. We got to scratch all these. We also saved our $2.25 million here, so we got some money to spend. Also, we're going to level this up a lot. So we should have checked the count in Toad, but now we get 20,000 every so often. Things are going to level up here rapidly. And that much we know. And the more we do this, the more things are going to go up. We still need the jackpots. I need faster scratching is what I need. There's a new best win, 40,000. So we're going to need all sorts of things here. We're going to need the final game. That's actually 60 million. We don't even have enough yet. We need some other things. Every Abacus level now boosts money earned by all tickets. Perfect. Boosts the chance of finding jackpot symbols by 50%. We'll get a few levels of that. We can also get prizes worth 200% more. We're going to buy that one more time. That's just so big. Orange numbers are going to be potentially bigger. We're going to get better luck on those. We got to be careful how many of these we buy. We're going to focus on the orange to start again. We have a higher chance of better multipliers. I don't really want to worry about the higher tickets yet. Okay, that one was actually maxed out. There's a higher chance of those again. Prizes worth more. So the jackpot. Oh, we did find the first jackpot. I forgot already. So that was Magician Mousy. We do need Bunny Maze Madness. So we need more pieces there. Increase the chance to block damage from the ghost. Increase to block the ghost. Increase to block the ghost. Wow, that got expensive. So let's just increase the value of prizes again. And then we'll scratch some more oranges. That should work. So Accountant Toad is 25,000 per whatever. Wait, did I see that right? We can increase the scratch size. Yeah, I knew we could do that somewhere. Now we got to finish off this one. Experience going up, 261,000 in a single win. So we thought saving up millions was a nice little bonus. Now we can make that relatively quickly. We're going to go up and down. There's 158,000 there. So we'll scratch around these greenies. Looking for those jackpots. Might take a while to find this one. There's a new best win, 313,000. So Abacus Frog now gives 250,000 every whatever. We can also scratch these. We almost had a jackpot on purple right away. We also need to level everything up because they all affect everything. So these are going to add some value. There's 128,000. We'll play the blue game too. These ones are nice and easy to do. There's a new best win there. We hadn't even scratched these yet, so Abacus Frog is absolutely... Accountant Toad, rather, is going to go up. We're already getting real big wins here. The bigger the better. New best win there, so he now generates 369,000 every 30 seconds or so. But we got real good potential on the orange to win much bigger. With a big win and some multipliers, this could get big. And really boost the money we need. What do we need? 100 million to leave this room? So we got a little ways to go, but it won't take that long. We got another $3 million to spend. We can play Unlock the Grey ticket. Still not yet, actually. Accountant Toad can generate more. That does get expensive, but it's worth it. We're going to get more layers on the orange. We're going to get a higher chance to get better orange. And more money overall. Then we're going to go back to playing the orange as soon as it comes back. In the meantime, we're going to scratch that away because it's so quick to do. That's a new best win. Is that not scratched? Now it is. The scratch is so big it hits all the rows. Wasn't quite a jackpot there. That's okay. Orange is back. Look how big it is now. More numbers for more win. That was almost $1 million win. That was 738,000. That was 490,000. Back and forth we go. 591,000. Okay, going back and forth. Ooh, the jackpot symbols were there. We just didn't get them. No such luck for us. The Accountant Toad now generates 900,000, which gave us some more money to work with. We're going to unlock the new highest number for the blues. Your purple tickets have extra rows. We got to find some extra things. Gems can have +1 facets. Boosted chance of finding a gem. We're just going to chase those along. More successful gems up to the point where they're 1.3 million now. Start with 1 extra life on purple tickets. Okay, we're going to buy a few of those. The first detection on each row is blocked. Also, the blues are going to be good. This is $1 million, a new prize number, so they can be bigger. We get more columns. And we get a higher chance of finding better numbers. That'll help us out a little bit, and then we'll put the rest into the orange tickets. Everything is reset. Everything is leveling up nicely. Everything is multiplying. There's another 600,000. We can do bigger. We just need like a couple, whatever the max numbers are currently, ×4. You know, if we could just get ×4 across everything. Is that too much to ask? There's a 1.4. There was 100 there. Okay, green game, we're just going to go ahead and sort of rampage around. It'll get us what it gets us. More or less. And +1 level at least. We do have an extra row there. There's a new best win there. There's a win, not necessarily a best win. I'm pretty sure the lower you go on this, there's a jackpot. All patchy buckets. That's for pachinko. That's for the next room. But that's still good. I'm happy to get the jackpot. For dopamine, if anything. So playing these, we're just going to keep going. There's +1 level at least. The more we level up, the more everything gets. There's a best win there, 342,000. So he's up to 1.1 million every 30 seconds, so the millions will pile up. We're still better off actively doing it, but passive income is passive income. This might be pretty good. Nope. Back and forth we go. There's a new best win, 1.25 million, thanks to 3 multipliers. We want to stack the multipliers. Okay, let's try the greens again. The jackpot pieces were there. So we're actually seeing the jackpot pieces fairly often. We just need to actually land on them. There's a jackpot. Accountant Toad is 20% faster and generates 10% more money. That's huge. So he'll do it every 24 seconds, I believe, instead of every 30. And that's going to make us more money in the background while we're throwing darts and filling ourselves with dopamine. Okay, so we got to do some more of these. We'll get a jackpot here eventually, no matter what. The blues are pretty straightforward. Scratch the columns, collect your money. Rinse, repeat until we're out of money. So he now makes 1.73 every whatever it was, 25 seconds or so. We can find insta-win symbols on this ticket. We can also unlock the gray ticket, which we should start scratching because that's going to be more money for a lot of things. All tickets gain way more experience. Should have got that sooner. Tickets worth more. We'll definitely take some extra percentages overall. We're also going to start scratching this ticket because these will all be new best wins and quite valuable at that. And that's going to help Accountant Toad too, because that's just going to add raw value over there. So we take all those. Accountant Toad is now giving 2.58 million. So up and up it all goes. While we're doing this, the darts are also piling up. Probably in quite a big way at this point. Okay, we're going to scratch that. There's 3 multipliers, 1.59 million. Back and forth we go, 2 times. So we still need a few jackpots. Where do we see the jackpots? Was it under the jackpot? Yeah. So we need Starry Night and Celestial Riches. Those are going to be a little bit expensive to get a hold of. So we can unlock new, better prize numbers on the blue tickets. 1 more column over there. Increase the odds of finding insta-win symbol, not by a lot. We can get the little Croque Monsieur, open his shop. He accepts buckaroos. I don't remember what those do. Buckaroos are worth more. All our hidden currency upgrades are worth more, I think. Or cheaper, rather. We're going to get higher, better numbers on the orange tickets. We can get a new reward over there. So this guy. We can get a multiplier to the abacus. We can get Accountant Toad more money. Other than that, I'm not really too fussed about any of those. But those 2 are good. So the orange symbols are giving us those. There's 120, so they'll start to add up quickly. There's a new best win, 1.68 million. There's a new best win again, 2.35 million. We did get the jackpot here, so I'm not as interested in doing the green symbol, green tickets anymore. It will add value, and buckaroos. Purple one's so much easier to scratch. Only because it's so small still. But we need the blue and gray game. They're the ones we need the jackpot on. But more symbols are going to mean those. There was 1 jackpot symbol. It shouldn't be too long before we find it. That was an insta-win symbol, I think. Scratching them all around. We can get 2 columns at once, can't we? Sort of. We got to be very precise. That was nearly a jackpot. We're going to need a lot more spins for that. We are getting new better wins on this ticket too. There's a new better win, 1.72 million. That's why this ticket's so good, because that's like not upgraded at all, and it's getting that big. So let's let that run in the background. We'll go back to our darts, where we're up to 8.5 E15. If we scoop up some of that on the ground, we're getting close to E16 worth of value. E16 is huge. Trial mode is also ready to go again. We don't quite yet have our next Twizzler, but we're getting close. We're at about E16, if we squint and round upwards. We could also get more stuff there. We probably want bigger bullseye straight away, though. ×2. It's going to be... We want trial mode too, though, but we don't really have anything that can boost trial mode. We can make Shadow Realm visits longer. This is quite expensive. Every 5 minutes you don't enter the Shadow Realm, you get more damage. We don't need that yet. Let's just get bigger bullseyes. Yeah, that helped, because we got a lot wedged in there. Let's just do a trial mode now. Get the timer restarting anyway, because we don't want to wait forever. We just got to get the new trial going straight away. Especially with the new bigger bullseyes, we might be able to get something good. There's a 10,000. We just need to not squander our chances. There's another 10,000. Consistency is key here. Consistently good or bad. Okay, 10,000. Good. Another one. 10,000. We just need those bigger multipliers a lot. That's all. 10,000 again. And 10,000. 820 times multiplier. So 50% better again. 50% better is going to do wonderful things for us. Magician Mouse, he hasn't actually leveled up, but he's not far off. So let's go ahead and get him some fire arrows for that experience. He's getting 138 per fire dart, and there's a lot of fire darts going out. So he'll hopefully level up soon. Then maybe we can do the Shadow Realm because our Twizzler is almost full. And once that's full, there it is. Okay, we're up to E16 as well. So we have poison darts. Your darts have a 1 in 40% chance to be poison. In the Shadow Realm, they apply 1 stack of poison. Each stack boosts all damage by 1%. So throwing lots of darts means lots of those go out, which means more damage. Shadow Realm time. So we're absolutely wrecking the first one. Should have done this a while ago. Didn't realize our damage had climbed up this much. He has 25,000 HP. This one's got 125,000. So we get a gold multiplier increase. I don't know why my darts stopped there for a second. But they sure did. This one we're not going to defeat. We need a lot more time here. We don't have time. And that's okay. We still got a better multiplier. The thing's going to restart. But more money for us. So now we're up to E16 worth of money. So we're going to get a bigger bullseye so we can hit more of those. There's lots of other things we could, would, and should be doing. Things that are less trillions of dollars we want to do. So if they're less than $100 trillion, they're going to get upgraded right now. Because that's actually strangely relatively cheap. Less than 100 trillion needs an upgrade. You're definitely not. You're definitely not. This is more money in all rooms though, and I do like that one. You're less than $100 trillion, so our Rattling Gunner is going to fire quickly. There's so many of those, so it's actually added up to quite a lot. And there we are. Lots more money for us. Bigger multiplier both in our trial mode and the Shadow Realm. We also need to boost the lottery winnings, I suppose, too. When's our next points? 7E16. So that might not be super far away. We're going to get more money from the darts. Rattling Gun can shoot faster. Accountant Toad generates 10% more of your wins. Accountant Toad will help there a lot. Which one was this one? So this one's for the lottery. 6.2. We're going to get 6.9 times more in the lottery. How are we doing over here? $62 million. I think one of the biggest helps is going to be this game. Unlocks a new symbol for the those tickets. One more column, one more row. And then we're going to go back to just boosting raw money, maybe. Also, higher chance of getting better numbers and multipliers on the orange tickets. And we'll just run out the money elsewhere. You can now find Master Gems, which acts as 2 times multiplier for the entire ticket. So that's going to help if you find some on the purples. And we'll get back to scratching. It's going to be quite hard to find the biggest numbers on orange right now, but eventually these do get into the millions. Right now, I think the biggest is actually 100 like that. So even that was a pretty good find. Oh, 200 apparently. My mistake. So we need 200 plus the multipliers. There's a new best win there. We'll just leave that one alone. So this one can have the multipliers now too, which could give us much bigger wins. As you can see, it's hard to get a streak going on these. We tend to crash out right away. We'll keep going on the blues for a while then. Get some more money built up here. We need to upgrade the blues. Maybe the blues and grays, because we need the jackpots on these. And these can actually make us lots of money. There's a new best win, 2.4 million. These are definitely going to be new biggest wins, because they're upgraded and they're hugely valuable from the start. 8 million. There's a 1 jackpot symbol. So yeah, we got a lot there. So the blues need to be upgraded. Unlocked a new possible prize number, so it's now 20 is the highest. Insta-win symbols will get a little bit higher chance of that. Don't really care about that. We're going to increase the chance of finding better numbers on the blue tickets. Now we can boost insta-win. We'll get some buckaroos, actually. We're going to get higher luck on the orange tickets. Let's get higher numbers on the orange tickets and multipliers. We need to talk to this little guy. I forgot about this. All tickets gain more experience. that actually piles up pretty quickly. So 1.35 times. Accountant Toad makes more money. Has a 5% chance. Let's give it an 8% chance to make 10 times money. Lotto tickets can be a little bit, Lotto upgrades can be a little cheaper. He makes $8.6 million currently. So let's focus on these for a second. There's a best win at 6.2 million, so Accountant Toad's going to make ever more money. Dopamine levels are going to go up. That was 3.23 million. We got to scratch some of these. We really should move on to the pachinko room pretty soon too to get more upgrades going overall. But we have so much fun with these rooms too. Okay, there's a new best win. It was almost a jackpot, so he's up to 11 point something million. We'll go back and scratch some oranges in the meantime. We should be able to get some very big numbers here and multipliers. There's a new best win there. That was $4 million. There's a new best win. It was $5 million. The numbers go up. We'll go back to the blues then. We need those jackpots. I don't know how long it's going to take, but we need jackpots. Some of them are so good. At least they were. Hopefully they still are. I would assume so. 3.43 million there. So we are over 100 million, so we can afford the next room if we want to. We probably should to get the ball rolling over there. Your Accountant Toad is generating 12.7 million. Yeah, let's go ahead and pay him off. So we can at least start generating balls over there. Balls are going to be our friend. And we're just going to have them generating for now. That way we can focus on these rooms. Then when we want to jump back to pachinko, we sure can. Slowly but surely make our way over. Transition time. So over here we got 10 balls. We're slowly generating balls. We drop them in. They land in different things for corresponding values. And this is where we get the tickets. So the outer ones are worth more currently. So we can start to buy upgrades. One more ball every bar filled. Plus 5 balls every ball filled. Fill your bar a little quicker. More balls every fill. So already we got another 21 going. So we can just launch these out for a few more tickets. We just want to increase the rate of balls really right now. That's what we want. To move on, that thing's going to block our way. 100 million tickets to pass. We're not there yet. But we'll get there. We already got 300 tickets again. So more balls every time we just max out that one. We'll get more rows of pegs while we're at it. We're going to befriend Bubba the Seal at some point. We can find red dice. Well, that'll be the multiplier thing maybe. Start with one more there. Yeah, this game's sucking me in already. Which I didn't expect, but I can't help it. We got a free dice game already. We actually got to watch this one go maybe. Because we're going to get some nice multipliers out of this. And that's going to help overall. Especially in the background. So we got all of those filled. We get to move on. We now get a 1.09 times multiplier straight away. 1.18 times multiplier right away. So that helps overall. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, well, we're going to let that one play itself out. We're going to go back to the darts for a second. Where we've stacked up some more money. Bullseyes are going to get bigger. We need to be able to hit those. Nuggets are worth a lot more. Nuggets are getting bigger multipliers also. Then we'll throw some darts for a moment. Trial mode is up again actually, so we want to do that again straight away if we can. What is so a few darts hit the wall to see if we can boost some money. And see if there's anything worth getting. We do have 1 point left. Universal Slayer. Your gold gained from slaying Shadow Realm bosses now applies to all rooms, but only 10% of it. But that's fine. 10% of the multiplier on that is huge. So we still get 0.25 times, which will be big. Is there anything we can do to help? We'll get a new Super Bullseye Zone just in case. We'll make upgrades cheaper. Trial mode. There's so many little bullseyes wedged in there. If we could just hit like one of them. Okay, that was a real bad shot. We don't need to do shots that bad. There's 10,000. It's actually going to be a little bit hard to get a new record on this one now. We really need to hit one of those new Super Bullseyes. That would be a big boost. They're so narrow in there. It's really hard to get in there. There. That was close. That was really close. Not quite. That one. Not quite. Gotta be close. That one. 22,000. That was 23,000 for a single shot. And 10,000 again. So we did get a slightly better win by 20%. We have almost 1,000 times multiplier. So we'll make some money on that. What are the next Zenith points? 7016. Right. So we might have to come back over here in a bit. But all things in time. We just keep saving. We're up to E16 again. There are some nice upgrades for other things we could be using. The secret shops. 10 times Shadow Realm damage would be good. Accountant Toad we don't care about. Lots of these would help. Even without them, we're still in very good shape. Okay, so we're going to leave here. We're going to go back to the pachinko for a sec. Drop some of these in real quick because we actually need some tickets too. But we can launch these all in very quickly, and that's going to be good for us. Tickets are going to go up rapid fire. Shadow Realm is useless until we get more Twizzlers, really. Unless we find some damage elsewhere. Trial mode we can always do because we love trial mode. We need a bigger bullseye though before we're maybe going to do it, because I can't aim at all. The next upgrade there is 3.36 E16, so we're actually almost there. We just launch a few little darts over there. If we get a bigger multiplier, that would help us out. We can make much more money here. So are we there with that? Not quite, but we're nearly there. We'll get a bigger bullseye. We'll get better trial mode results. Because those purple zones are going to extend, the green zones will extend bigger. So we'll have a much more reliable time getting bigger numbers. 304 E16. We're very close. Then we still got to go back to pachinko and finish what we were doing over there. But we'll let the balls stack up. Those tickets should be adding up. So we should be able to get some upgrades to increase it all. Rapid fire. All right, there it is. Bigger bullseyes. Aside from that, trial mode. All right, hit the bullseyes this time. All right, we're still in the purple zone that we can't seem to avoid. Lovely. Okay, there's a 10,000 at least. We just need some of them bigger ones. There's a 15. That one's good. 15s would be great. There's another 15, 2 in a row. Can we keep it consistent? We cannot. There's another 10,000. No, that's still decent. That was way out. That was on the moon. That was a little better. I feel like I'm losing my confidence in this. Out we go. 10,000. And there. Way off. We actually didn't beat our score. We're a little bit shy of it. So we need much bigger bullseyes. Can we do anything here that can help? 7E16. So it'll be a minute before this gets bigger, so we need to focus on other rooms. We did get some more of this. Accountant Toad can generate faster, maybe. So he's going to go quicker. So we're going to get a lot more upgrades in the lotto room. Because he's now making 14 million every once in a while. He actually made a lot of money here. We can earn more tickets in the pachinko room. So this room boosts the next room also. We could definitely spend some money on that. So we're going to earn 1.6 times more tickets. We're going to get a much bigger prize boost. We're also going to increase the chance of getting better tickets on the gray symbols. And orange symbols too. While we're here, I just can't help it. There's so many things, like it all helps. Good enough. Okay, so let's go ahead and scratch these for a sec. See if we can get them a little better. Get a new better win so Accountant Toad can take advantage. So far, no such luck. That one maybe? 12 million. Good. We still need jackpots on these too, so we do need to scratch these every once in a while. We need those boosts wherever they may be. The Zenith points might help us get more jackpots as well. I'm not entirely sure. We need a jackpot here would be good. I feel like we have a lot of rolls of the dice here, so to speak, on the gray tickets. So we could potentially do it here. Okay, now he's up to $21 million. Okay, back to pachinko for a sec. We saved up a lot of balls. We got 962 tickets. We need to launch balls quicker. I think we got to go... I don't remember which direction that is. But we get a new row of pigs for that. We get that. We got two balls per second in the background. That's what we needed. Now we need to generate more balls. More balls per second. The bar fills faster. So we turn this on and we're going to auto drop balls. So tickets are going to pile up in the background now. We don't need to be here supervising this anymore. We can launch them faster if we want to. We'll maybe do this once in a while, but we just need to come back every once in a while. This room's mostly going to run itself. At least for the time being. So Lotto is all reset. I'm addicted to gambling, so we're going to sit here and roll these. There's a new best win at 13 million. Blue tickets, though. That was so close to a jackpot. But that's why it's so hard. You got to get 3 jackpots in a single column, I do believe. Which will happen eventually. We have lots of patience when it comes to gambling. Okay, we're going to go back over to the great ticket then. There's a new best win at 14 million. We need these to get up into the billions, though. We just need massive multipliers. There's 15 million, so we are progressively getting bigger wins. 22 million there. We just got to decide how we want to do it. So the blue tickets are the ones we need. The blue tickets can have 2 more columns. Increase the number of better chances. We're going to get a new symbol on the gray tickets. They're real expensive. We'll get a money boost there. I don't really feel like playing the other ones right now. We'll get accountants to do a little bit more. Oranges are just very easy to get bigger wins on. There's 10 million plus 1 level. Plus these are leveling up as we do this. And there might be an auto scratcher. I forgot about these too. tickets are going to gain more experience. Accountant Toad is a higher chance to make more money. Lotto upgrades are going to be cheaper. I don't know if there's an auto scratch for these or not. I don't remember. Oh, we should also gain more abacus experience. Higher luck on the orange tickets as well. They've always said, so let's jump back to those. They had lots of multipliers, but not enough base value. There's a new best win, 17 million. All right, here's more columns on the blue ticket, so these will easily get bigger wins. Just based on raw numbers. Oh, we hit a jackpot. Sushi fuel generation and capacity both 2 times higher. That's big once we get sushi. Like, that's huge. For right now, it means nothing to us. Because as far as we know, sushi doesn't even exist. There's a $43 million win there. Can we get a new... There's a $35 million win there, so the hundreds of millions are stacking up quickly. So what used to seem like impossibly big upgrades, now not so bad. So the gray ticket's what we need on then. We get one more column on the gray ticket, and we're actually out of money already. That's wild. Blue tickets are going to get bigger numbers, and we're going to get a higher chance of getting bigger numbers. That was on the orange ticket. So there's a new best win already, 25 million. Thanks to those big numbers. Back and forth we go. Bigger and bigger and bigger. More experience, more numbers. And back where the darts are concerned, we got 2.56 E16. We still need to do better here. How's our rat doing? 0 points there too. We got to get more money. We do have a little bit of platinum to spend. We could trial mode again, but we need bigger things here to make that work. Maybe if we get a super bullseye, it'll expand anyway. We'll make it cheaper. I don't know if that actually made anything bigger. We'll do a trial mode anyway. Well, we might as well wait. There was 15,000 straight away. Maybe with a little bit of luck, we can actually do this. There's a 23,000, so we're off to a good start at least. 15,000, maybe we're in the zone finally. Until that one. We just can't hit the purple at all. Well, good job, me. We absolutely squandered our lead. Wait, 15,000 there. Let's go up again. Can we do it? 15,000. One more. That was bad. One more again. What can we get? Got it. 1,270 times multiplier. Much bigger. We did good there. So we'll let it run and pile up some gold. A few minutes have passed. We've saved up 1 E17, which is actually enough to buy more of the Zenith points. So we should be able to upgrade whatever we want. We just got to choose carefully. There's a lot of things we can upgrade that would be good. Turbo boost your mousy experience from fire darts by 3 times, 4 times. Perfect. So he's going to level up all the quicker. That's going to be huge for us. He now gets 240 experience per fire dart, and we can fire a lot of those. He's already leveled up, in fact. So we could also upgrade the multiplier, so he gets 10%, 18% of the multiplier from the Shadow Realm, which we can't really do yet until we upgrade. But if he gets upgraded more, we'll get more damage to upgrade the next level. And we just get stronger as we go, no matter what. We do have another trial mode already ready for us. It's going to be hard to get a better score without getting a bigger bullseye, which we might be able to do, although those do get expensive. We can also get extra damage for rank of the Magician Mousy, so we get a lot more damage in the Shadow Realm. Shadow Realm visits can last a little bit longer. We get a higher boost for the Shadow Realm. We might be able to take it out now. I think we need just a little bit more experience for a Magician Mousy, who will take a little bit to be able to level up. So we can save up some money. In the meantime, we should go see some pachinko and start dropping some of these balls. We got 47,000 tickets to spend, which doesn't go as far as you might think. We're going to get a new row of pegs, ×2, so balls can bounce into higher things. We're going to get Bubba the Seal. Bubba the Seal can launch upgraded balls. We don't have any upgraded balls yet, but we get more balls gained per fill. We already have a lot of them. We're going to run through these to see if we can at least get them out of the way, really. So Bubba the Seal is working extra hard. The tickets are going to add up quickly. We did get another one of those, so we're just going to abandon ship. We still need a jackpot on the gray tickets, so we're going to bully that. We did get a $41 million win there. That helps our tickets a great deal. There's another jackpot symbol, but not a jackpot. Can we make the gray game bigger? We get better chances symbols. We get +1 row. We unlock a new symbol. We get a higher chance of symbols. We got billions of dollars here. I didn't realize that. We get new symbols there. The rest can go into oranges. We're going to get higher chances of doing things. We also make the orange tickets bigger. So now it's definitely getting big, which means more tickets. There's a $46 million win. So not only bigger rows, but more chance of getting better things. There's also a $100 million win there. So the billions are going to pile up quickly here. Ooh, almost a jackpot. We only needed one more of those little symbols. And once they're out of here, we get bigger wins. So we get $203 million every 25 seconds. So the billions pile up quickly. Orange is almost ready to come around, so we're going to get a higher chance of multipliers and better symbols. So now we're routinely seeing 3 digits here at least. That's not going to hurt one little bit. And again, what do we got? 1.4, 1.4, and $64 million. Back and forth we go. 71, 72 million. No jackpot there. We need a jackpot. We need a jackpot. We more so want a jackpot. We don't need it. I don't know what the jackpot does on this one. But there's another 1.2 billion. That's not enough to buy anything for those. We could get more experience on the Abacus. That's also a big one. Maybe Accountant Frog can get a little bit more. That's certainly not going to hurt. We'll get bigger wins overall on those. Accountant now gets $250 million. Every whatever it is, 25 seconds. So that's going to add up nicely. Look at all the multipliers there. That still wasn't a big win. Not a record win, that is. We did get a 1,000 up there. It's good that those are showing up already. We want 1,000s. We just need a lot of multipliers. There's $90 million win. That's just easy instant money. Look at all the multipliers already. This could be a good one. Plus there's a 500, another multiplier. This would be a new big win. Plus a 500 there. Can we get more multipliers? This could be like an unreasonably big win. And there's a 2 times. This will be so big. 507 million. Perfect. That's going to fund our future. So the great tickets need to go up. The great tickets, there's 416. So the great ticket, even not being very upgraded, is still our biggest earner by far. 416 million. We could upgrade some of the, like the purple one needs some love for sure. It could easily get some bigger wins. I don't think it would take much. Yeah, there's 30 million, so at least get something of a win. Really should upgrade some purples. Purple never gets the love. Extra rows, more success, more facets. These are relatively cheap actually. If they're less than like $10 million, we should just upgrade them. No wonder these haven't been paying out as good. We just gotta upgrade them all till they start showing 10 millions. How about you? You're into 10 million now. That's max level already. You're already where you need to be. So purples can upgrade too. At least give it a fair chance of earning something. Good enough. So purple again. Yeah, that's better. Now we can get a long ways. There's a $35 million win. We'll just sort of scratch whatever. Pretty sure the lower we go, the lower chance of wins. And that's perfectly fine. So that boosted, we now get 705 million every once in a while. Green tickets also need some boost. I just don't feel like upgrading the green ticket, but I really should. Well, there was $3 million for it, so we probably should. We get more rows. We just get bigger ticket value. We'll do the same thing. We'll bring it up to, say, $10 million on all of its upgrades. Wait, didn't mean to do that. Sometimes they escalate quickly. So we're getting well over the $10 million mark on a lot of these. But that's going to pay out. That's going to pay out really big. We need to focus. Okay, those are already there. Those don't need much. And these, well, we'll get a chance to block. The rest can go into Accountant Toad. We'll just get bigger wins overall. Alright, so let's do some green. Look at how big the green ticket is now. So we got a much bigger win there. We got a much bigger win again. So now we're up to 752 million. That didn't really make a big difference, but they're at least in the tens of millions. We need to go back to our big earners, because those are going to boost our money more so, and that's going to help us make more money here. Still waiting on a jackpot here too, which we will eventually find. The more symbols we have to uncover, the more likely we are to do that. So there's 2.18 billion. Increase your chance of getting better symbols here. I'd rather increase the orange. We could have actually increased the highest possible multiplier on oranges too, which is also fun to do. There's a 1,000. Back and forth we go. Back to the blues for a second then. Maybe we can coax a bigger win out of here. Or we can go back to Pachinko and see what's going on here. We got 20,000 tickets to spend. We need to be able to drop those upgraded balls. We just need a few more tickets. We're going to fill up the bar a lot quicker, actually. And then we're going to gain more balls. Oh, also ticket gain going up. We can also combine 10 balls into one. We're going to get more ticket gain. We're going to get more of that. More ball gain, more ticket gain. So now we can combine, we can drop more balls at once, so they'll be more valuable. We're up to 1.4 times multiplier as well. We'll just flood this down for a moment, quick as we can. Now the tickets are going to pile up on us. So we can do, we can combine more balls. We can get silver balls. We want the bar to fill up quicker. Those get expensive quickly. We get more balls every time it fills up. We want blue dice as well, maybe. We can befriend the poker pirate already. So now if we do that, we get a multiplier on that. Your pigs earn XP and level when getting hit by a ball. We get green dice as well. So we want to get all these out of the way. And if we get one of those, that's why we keep leaving there, because I don't want to watch that thing go. I can't sit through all of that. I just don't have it in me. So we need 1.12 E18 here to make some. How's our, we got 1 point left here. We probably maybe want poison darts or arcane darts. They could deal more damage. That way if we gotta fight the Shadow Realm, we can. We might actually do the Shadow Realm, at least see where we're at with that. I think we can maybe do it. We're going to make upgrades cheaper there. We're also going to increase the fill rate for the pachinko room. That's also going to help quite a lot. And we probably wanted more gold value, really. Any of these can just go up for now. More gold value, so we should do trial mode and or the Shadow Realm. I think we should try the Shadow Realm. Yeah, we're going to try this real quick with our extra damage we just got. We also got 30 seconds to do this now. With our DPS currently at 2200 and climbing. I think this will be doable. Because this multiplier boosts the rest of the rooms as well too. And if everything gets boosted, that's just huge for us. Okay, we're halfway done. We're not quite half HP, but our damage is increasing, so we should be able to tear through this. The game is hiccuping a little bit. A lot of darts and damage going out. Can we do this? 5 seconds. Oh, we actually can't. We're going to fall short of this. I thought we'd get this one. Even with the extra damage help we got. We got reasonably close. The game doesn't love this. Not sure why. I don't know what we've done to the game to make it hurt, so... No problem. Trial mode it is then. We'll get bigger numbers somewhere. Wow, the game is very choppy here. I'm going to have to go ahead and restart it, I think, because that's going to throw me off. Well, we did get a 23,000, so hold up. Maybe that's my good luck charm. Having it freeze up will maybe... wow, it's super hard to time that when it's jittering and jumping like that. I don't know what we've done. My PC might also be setting on fire. I do put it through an awful lot on any given day. 15,000 points there. What can we do into the purple that we don't want? We want to avoid the purple. It's like I just don't listen to myself. Okay, and there. Didn't get a better score. So we need some help here, but I also need to restart. Okay, things have restarted. The game feels a little bit smoother, at least for now. We'll see how long that lasts. Got to go back to pachinko here. We got 840,000. So we need more ball generation. Do we maybe want a new row? 1% chance to get 7 times balls. We need more balls really though. So we need more ball generation. 20 more balls every fill. We can get 40 more balls every fill here a couple times over. Actually, that's just going up in increments of less. This is going less too. We also need to fill faster. More tickets isn't going to hurt either though. Tickets pay for balls. Balls pay for tickets. All pigs get 10% more experience than before. The dice multipliers are going to be important too. This is going to start to get very loud in my ears. This one's still really cheap actually. So we'll do that. We can start the poker hands going. Hopefully we get a good hand. I've never gotten a good hand here in the poker game. We're going to drop all those in. We get a blue dice. Okay, there's a blue game going, unfortunately. We're going to let this play itself for a minute. We're going to look for jackpot here while that's going. Then we're going to go back to pachinko momentarily. For now, jackpot is what we want. We got a best win. Almost had a jackpot. That helped the Counting Toad. We're getting up to $1 billion every cycle. That's good for us. We want 2 more rows. We also get 2 more columns. We want a higher multiplier on the orange ticket. We always love that. It's hard to find the better multiplier, but look at all the big numbers we're starting to get. Fills me with dopamine. In a way that only coffee can. We need more coffee soon too, that's for sure. Scratch them all up, 179 million. By the time that's done, we can go back to this. Look at all the symbols we have to scratch now. So this is why these ones will get bigger. They'll simply just stack up with brute force numbers. A jackpot would be fine at some point too. A best win will have to work in the meantime. We get a higher chance of getting better symbols on the gray tickets. Higher chance on the orange tickets as well. Orange and gray are going to be my friends. Incrementally, we get stronger. And the best part is, we're only in room 3. There's still all the rooms to go, and they all get so upgraded, and they boost each other and themselves. And it's just an endless cycle of goodness. Alright, back to the grays. So we have a higher chance of getting better things. There was a tier 3 orange. Oh, I gotta remember to keep doing the secret shops too. I paid for cheaper upgrades. We should actually utilize those a lot. All of our tickets are over level 20 now. I didn't realize that. When turned on, your scratchers will get used automatically. Oh yeah, right. You will earn dollars. I always forget about that part. I don't know why I never read over there. People also point that out. So now we're going to auto scratch. So we make money and experience. Yeah, that's super important. Better late than never. All right, our poker hand, nothing. But we do have a 1.24 times multiplier. We need faster ball generation. That's something I think we can do in darts, actually. No, we can't afford it. So how do we get faster ball generation? 70 more balls. We can drop balls faster, which you don't really need. Boost the amount of balls you get per bar fill based on the total level of all pegs. So that will also boost itself. So what's the cheapest run we can do here? They get expensive quickly. To turn into overdrive, make it drop 6 balls per second. So we can drop more balls per second, but we're sort of running out. We need more fuel generation. We need a better poker. Ooh, 4, 5, 6 actually. That's maybe the start of a straight. We could work with that. In the meantime, we do need to remember the secret shop. Everywhere. I guess we'll just do faster. Faster and more balls, and then we'll turn tickets up on top of that. More blue balls, more green balls, more red balls for when those do show up. We still haven't had a green bonus. 4, 5, 6, 7. That could be a straight if we're really, really lucky. That would be super rare. Can we do it? Nope, just a single pair, which is still something. We get a small increase on that. We'll get the orange one out of the way. We'll start... Okay, the balls are starting to pile up a little bit, actually, so that's okay. We definitely get some good tickets out of that. We'll start another poker hand. That could be... Eventually, we'll get like a royal flush or something. You know, not that we're asking for a lot there. Nothing again. Wonderful. Just what we deserve. The balls are piling up, though, and so are the tickets. So let's get a few more of those. Okay, we'll start another poker hand. There's a green. Oh, we did get a green bonus. Okay, well, not a lot of options there, so we'll let that one play itself out. In the meantime, we got to go over here and manually scratch what we can, even though they're going in the background. I think the reason I got in the habit of not turning the auto scratch on was because I like scratching these, but we spend like 1% of our time actually scratching these. Mostly just spending money elsewhere. It's not as satisfying when we're not scratching them ourselves. But this will just generate huge amounts of money in the background. We come back every once in a while and do that. There's a $1.4 billion win, so the frog is up to $1.5 billion per cycle. Which, strangely, that's not enough to do. We'll get more abacus experience. We'll get higher numbers potentially and higher chances of numbers. We'll get bigger win there. That leveled up. Good things are happening here. How's our magician mouse? Still haven't leveled up. So we can't really do anything here. We mostly need to focus on this room. Did our green not get any multiplier? Why is it only 1 times multiplier? Does green need help? Start with 2 more balls. I think we really just need... We still need more generation. We can get Penguino to open up the secret shop here. We can get extra turbo ticket gain. So we don't have any turbo tickets yet, but we get a currency boost in all rooms, which wouldn't hurt. Ticket generation is just too slow. The silver balls are eating it all up. They are getting a lot of tickets, though, I will say. So that's not going to hurt anything. We got a red bonus, so that's going to go. We'll jump back over here. Scratch some orange tickets while we're waiting for that to go. Orange tickets again. Back and forth. I think what we maybe need is, well, everything, really. Higher chance of the orange tickets. They're still the favorite. I don't know if we can get a jackpot if we're not manually scratching either. Probably not. I would assume we have to manually scratch that out. And we still need that. I feel like this might be the missing one we need to really jump things up a little bit. We could also reset Magician Mousy to do a little more for us. We could also just manually fire some darts too. We can fire darts very quickly when we do it ourselves. But the secret shops and the first 2 rooms might be to my benefit. 7.2 E16 is a lot of money. We'll find a way to boost this all. Because we're a long ways away from the next shop there. We can spend a little bit for more experience. Maybe we need a rattling gun to go a little bit quicker. The rattling gun is doing a lot in the background. Because we need to make the bullseye bigger. That's going to help us. With the bullseyes a little bit bigger, we could actually try another trial mode. Once we actually start to do this a little bit consistently, we can actually get quite a bigger multiplier. And it might be also Shadow Realm. So at some point we might need to just jump over and switch Magician Milsey to Shadow Realm damage, which could be big. Because if we can just get through enough Shadow Realm levels, money's going to go absolutely bananas. Okay, we got there, but we are making a lot of money automatically here in the Dart Room. Like, we do make a lot of money. Even just as it is, it's a lot. So that's still not a better score. We're going to need some real bullseyes to be able to do that. We also just need a lot of money. We have a lot of money to spend. We just need to make things better. That's all. That's not asking a lot. Okay, we'll get higher chance of gold drops. Higher chance of magician, the gunner bullseyes. We could just sit here and fire like this endlessly too. We do make a lot more money this way. Like we go from 109 trillion to basically 1E16, which is a lot of money. Okay, back to Pachinko though. We gotta keep Pachinko going up too because this will boost other things. Still running out of balls. We are getting some of these, so we'll get more currency in all rooms. A slight boost. Start with extra balls in the game. Still need better. We're gonna roll some greens. We're gonna roll some blues. I actually don't want these to land because then I gotta wait. We gotta leave and go elsewhere for a minute. So we'll go back and fuel our gambling addiction here. There's a new best win, 642 million. So we make lots of money. That much we're sure of. Oh, we get a new symbol on the gray game. That way it's sure to get bigger wins. Oh, we can earn more chickens in Pachinko room, actually. This is a big one to upgrade right now. I always got to remember that usually in the prior room, there's a boost for the next room. So 2.04 times Pachinko, which is starting to help. We get more turbo tickets. We need more ball generation. Fill up your bar 5% faster. That's still expensive. We just maybe need more balls per room. 20 bars per fill. Eventually the balls will outrun. 1% chance to get 7 times balls. Good enough for now. Oh, our last thing. Nothing going on there. A simple pair, which isn't going to help us. We'll get these greens out of the way. Actually, the balls are starting to pile up again a little bit, so we'll go ahead and rain some of those down. And that's not going to hurt. Down they go. Bigger wins for us. Poker hands coming up again. Can we get something good? Probably not. But it's not for lack of trying. Down they go. I think we need hundreds because we can launch just silver balls for 100. We have almost 1 million though again already actually, so that's not terrible. Where's my next poker? When the balls do show up actually, it is quite a cluster of them, so we just need more still. And or to do it faster. So we could drop more balls. We need just faster. 38% faster and more balls again. We still need some of these other upgrades too. So doing things like this also might as well spend our money on those right now. For when those bonuses do show up, they'll actually do a little better for us. Yeah, we just pile them down. We're making the tickets quite quickly now though. We're well on the way to finishing the room. We just need big results. We get another 5% ticket gain out of that one. More blue balls. We'll get some more of these. Can we get a nice multiplier here? No, we cannot. Green? Nope, I think a green needs to land on number 10. But we did stack up to over 1,000 balls there, actually. So that was good. Scratch some great tickets real quickly, hoping for the big multiplier. The big jackpot, that is. I would also take a big multiplier, but a jackpot is important. I don't know if we've been getting more bigger wins in the background. There's a new best win for us. 1.57 billion there. Accountant token make more money. We get more experience, bigger multiplier there. Maybe Accountant Toad. More balls generated in Pachinko, actually. This is the one I've been ignoring. I kept telling myself to go to the secret shop. Then I forgot. 1.7 more balls in Pachinko. That's going to be big. Gotta remember those, the secret shops exist. Don't have a lot to spend here. We'll make things cheaper. We haven't unlocked the secret shop. Or we have, actually. More currency in all rooms. We can start more balls. We'll get a little cheaper upgrades here, since this one seems to be a little bit slow for us. We still need a lot of upgrades. This costs 174,000. Balls have a 0.01% chance to give 1,000 times the normal experience. I could add a new row of pegs. That was expensive. The bar can fill up faster. Then we're out of money again. But that's okay, because we're going to get a lot more balls now per cycle. 300 in fact. And those are going to add up to good things for us. We'll cycle those through. I'm actually glad they didn't land. In they go. One by one by one. I want more cards though. I like those poker hands. Back to Lotto. You know what? Let's scratch an orange real quick. I'm feeling lucky. Okay, apparently not. Can we get our jackpot here finally? We should have a pretty good chance of getting the jackpot. It just doesn't want to show up. I'm not seeing any jackpot symbols though. Maybe it did happen in the background and I didn't notice. Is that a thing? Nope, we still haven't found it. Higher chance of orange tickets, which are just on cooldown again. That's so sad. Everything's always on cooldown for me. There's a trial mode waiting for me again. We gotta push through further on pachinko and stuff though. We gotta unlock new rooms to get more boosts. That's where the money comes in for us. We're at 2.2 million now. Well on our way to better things. So we're gonna get more balls. Faster fill rate. More balls again. Opens a new portal at the start of the blue dice game, which drops one blue ball. That's fine. Just keep things going on up. Can we get more help out of you? Start with one more ball in the dice game. We need more of those tickets too. We'll start the next poker hand. We got some greens here. A green multiplier would be good if we could just get that. We're going to spam a bunch of balls down for a mass amount of tickets for a moment. This is good though. We're starting to generate balls quite quickly. There's a regular pair again, so that's not a good multiplier. Yeah, these are really piling up suddenly. So that's good. I'm not sure what we did to unlock that. The bar fills faster. Start with 3 more balls in a red dice game. They're really piling up. We do need to be able to drop better balls again. It's only 629,000 to get that. And that's going to be good depending on where they land. There's a pair of kings so far. I would love one more king. One more king would be great for us. Triples would absolutely work. We'll not get anything. Alright. We're going to get the next color ball. We probably want more tickets again. Which one of these is cheapest? 900,000. That one definitely. We'll get a few levels of that. We'll get some of that. Even more balls again. Alright, so now when we get enough of those, we can drop a gold ball. I think it takes 1,000. So we'll let it pile up for a second. There's a red bonus going through. That's going to help our earnings. It's going to do that quietly in the background. I shouldn't be playing this game. I should be playing the gray game. We need the jackpot here. And we were 2/3 of the way there. Back to the orange game because it's not currently on cooldown. Look at all those big numbers though. They're so big. Pachinko, the blue ball game is still going. Mostly just getting in our way, but hopefully it gets a bigger multiplier. The green game we haven't even played yet, so once we do get a green multiplier, it will be good. For now, we'll just see if we can get a better red multiplier, which at least we can slightly. We have upgraded a lot. Okay, it's still gonna go. So we'll take our time and wait. Patience is a virtue. In the meantime, we can just spam that wall, hoping for good things to happen. So we still need 1E18, so we're a ways away from that. We are at 1E17 currently, which is a lot of money. 1E17 is not a small amount. But for that, we can't really buy much of anything yet. We need 1.5 E17 to get a bigger bullseye. We can get bigger currency across all rooms actually, which isn't the worst idea in the world. We're also going to get this higher gold, more platinum, and that's it. Then all our money's gone again. Just like that. That's okay, more gold is more gold. We can't complain with that. Spam it all in there. There's 1E16 just like that. So we are a lot faster when we're manually doing it. There's our green bonus finally. So maybe these have to make it in, I guess, to be get their multiplier. So with a little bit of luck, one of these will go in. We did get one. No, that one opened up, I guess. Is that going to spit anything out? So we did get a small multiplier there. And that's really good for us. So up to 6 million tickets as well. So we want to take advantage of that. 40 more balls, gained everything. We'll get 8 more balls. We'll get 40 more balls, I guess. We just got to get those balls to show up very quickly. More red balls. It's 100 million to pay off the RAM. We'll get more balls there. We can drop 6 balls per second if we want to. We don't want to yet, though. I kind of want to build them up so we can drop better balls. I need a bigger multiplier. We also need a lot more balls. So we do drop the gold ones automatically when they show up. So once those ones touch down, they will be worth something. We need them to make them further out, though, I think. The further out they make it, the more they're going to pay. I got another red bonus I didn't actually want. We'll wait for the gray game to come back. We'll cycle it. We need a jackpot. I really wanted jackpot. I would feel much better about things because I think it boosts all rooms. I don't know why, but I remember one of these being insanely good. The other ones didn't seem that insanely good, so I'm relying on it. More tickets, higher chance of better tickets on the gray game. Also, we'll get more buckaroos. Also, more tickets in Pachinko, money boost. We still need this one for 3 billion. 1,000% more. That's really not that far away. Like, this will be a good win, 171 million. So we'll get the money there, I think, for that win. There's 312, there's $3 billion. I think we need slightly over that. But now we got even more symbols here to scratch. We'll get bigger wins and higher chance of jackpots. There's a new best win. There's our jackpot. All upgrades and shops are half price. That's what we needed. I knew it was something big there. Half price everywhere is insane. So that's going to help boost us ahead again. I thought things were feeling a little bit more expensive. So we get $2.4 billion per cycle. Accountant toad is going to generate more money. And I already forget what I was just going to do. Right. We're going to do the lotto upgrades. We're going to do prizes worth 1,000% more. So we're going to get much bigger wins again. Everything getting cheaper, also not going to hurt one little bit. So now we go back to darts and stuff. It's only 7.59 E16 to upgrade that. So it won't be hard to get that. That was such a necessary upgrade. Half price upgrades everywhere is like stupidly good. It's going to go do some big things for us. So we just go ahead and spam the wall. We'll scoop that up. Spam the wall some more. So bullseye bigger is not far away. And then we'll do trial mode. We'll hopefully get a bigger multiplier. What do we need? 7.5 E16? So it'll only take a couple seconds to get that. Every time I look down, another 20 minutes has passed. It goes so quick in this game, which is a sign of a good game. Coming up at 7.15 momentarily. Bigger bullseye. Oh, there was actually that too for 5E16. We also want that before we jump in. It won't take long, and then we'll get much bigger trial mode. Finding that jackpot in the great game was the catalyst to really vault us ahead again. We can spend them however we want, which means we can afford a lot of things, especially with the cheaper upgrades. Also, look at the Shadow Realm. We also have 6 points left, so we could get more poison darts if we want more damage for the idiot. Which we probably do. We're going all in on poison for a moment. So let's take care of Shadow Realm first, I think. If there's nothing else we can do elsewhere. The money should be spent carefully. We should get more trial mode booster. We should also get bigger bullseye times a few. Maybe new super bullseye because that's just fun. Then with that, let's do Shadow Realm real quick. We should be able to take him down much quicker. Yeah, he's melting away now. DPS is jumping up by several thousand per second. Even this next boss may be able to go down, but there's a bigger multiplier for us. It's going to transfer to other rooms as well. Mostly that's going to help the darts. So this one is also going to go down, the big purple idiot, Mumbolo. Then it's Goldoron. We've been doing reasonably well against him. Our DPS did just climb up to about 50,000. And it's going to go up the more darts we throw at him. Unfortunately, we're just going to run out of time. But I think we can defeat him. As long as we got enough Twizzlers. So we're going to go back to trial mode for a sec. See if we can up our score a little bit. There was 25,000 in a single go. That doesn't hurt one little bit. We are getting big trial mode multipliers. So we should be able to get some good stuff out of this. There's another 25,000. And 25,000 again. So the score is going to add up. That was a real bad one. We don't want darts like that. Not one little bit. We like those 25,000s. That was bad. We're on a roll. Like you feel it as soon as I released it. That was, wow, way worse. We had such a good start. Then we threw it all away. We did go from 126 to 182 though. So that's about a 50% increase anyway. Plus the bigger boss bonus. Money is adding up. Let's increase our income in all rooms by 3.2 times instead. Then we'll just increase our gold income here. Then we're going to move along. You're up to $2.4 billion every couple of seconds. We don't really have any of these points to spend right now. Did auto thing turn off? Nope, it's still on. They're scratching away, doing their best. Pachinko. Pachinko, we saved up actually 1.49 billion cards. Tickets instead. So that feels pretty good. Those really added up. So we should be able to, yeah, we're going to add a new row, add a new row, add a new row. Those are starting to get expensive. We need faster ball generation. Fill your bar faster, faster, faster. A little bit faster again. These only cost a few $1 million. Gain more balls per fill. More balls per fill. More balls per fill. So it's going to get big quickly, and we'll just buy some of these until we run out of money for now. We got to keep the balls rolling. Also, we're maybe going to get the overdrive lever. Portable portal a few times over. The rest can go to ticket upgrades. Also, we want platinum balls. And more tickets again. So now we got more things going. I can move this to one side or the other though, so we can sort of skew it over to more valuable things. But this should be good. We can release more balls. We're still not releasing balls nearly quick enough. We also spent the money we needed to pay the sheep. Not the end of the world. We get a few more tickets here. More currency in all rooms is probably what we want. A little bit more. Multiplier isn't going to hurt nobody. I do need a better poker hand. Okay, how are our darts doing again now that we have more income going in? Not as good as I'd hoped. Nuggets are more valuable. We're going to get faster firing rattling gun because he's just firing away in the background. Independent of us. We're going to throw some darts up here real quick. See if we can save up some money. Which, I mean, obviously we can. Look at the pile of nuggets we got. We're just going to rain those down for an eternity. That's going to feel good. The rattling gun is doing his best case. So if we scoop that up already, that was 1E17 basically. That's a lot of money. I can't remember what the next Zenith points are going to cost. I think it was E18, so it's not super far away, but we're not there yet. Rattling gun speed, abacus. We can get 100 times more balls from filling the thing. That's crazy. It's insane how good some of these are. Some of these are... They get so dumb. They get so strong. All gumballs have 100% higher bonus is big. The secret shops. So all we need is 1.12 E18 if you want more of that. And that's not really that far away. Cheaper upgrades maybe is a good idea. Although that's not going to drop them down that much. We maybe need higher bullseye chance for our little friend. That starts to eat up some of the money. But the more bullseyes he lands, the better. He's already getting fairly accurate. He really can't land a lot of those. Well, we'll let that pile up. It's so easy to make money here. It's so tempting to stay here and milk it. Back to pachinko. We got to get a good poker hand. Jack 3, 10, king. Not really a lot to work with there, is there? There's a pair. Even two pairs would be fine, so we get that extra multiplier going. We could potentially get a bigger green going too. 100 million. Pay the sheep. The sheep has been paid. We can move on. Sheep done. We'll start generating the sushi over here, but it's going to be the same thing. We'll give it sort of a soft start. We'll just nudge it on its way and then distract ourselves elsewhere. By the time we remember sushi exists, we'll hopefully have amassed quite a fortune. We go past the wheel. Straight into this area. So we use our fuel to generate sushi ribbons. We're also having our way blocked by whatever that is, hive mind. We must pay 100 million blue ribbons to escape. So the sushi hill will generate energy. We use that energy to produce more sushi. I can't remember how much it costs to get a single one yet, but it's more than we got. We also have a few bonuses that already boost this. This sitting in the background, I don't know if it makes a difference. We're making 5 blues per minute though. That much I know. Is it 10 heats to make one blob of goo? It might be. We'll find out momentarily. So 10, got it. All right, so those two together, we're now up to 10 per minute. If I combine them, I think it'll be more like 7 per minute, so we'll just leave those two sitting there. We do need a higher green bonus. When we don't get that, we're going to take our ball and go home. We're going to need more things. We need more ticket gain still. A lot more ticket gain, but we also need more ball gain. All pigs get 10% more experience than before. Balls have a 0.01% chance to give 1,000 times the normal experience when hitting a peg. That's going to be good. We can get more ribbons in the sushi room. We should get a few levels of that at least, now that we're starting in there. 15% turbo ticket gain isn't the worst idea in the world, considering those upgrades should be cheaper. Start with 2 more balls in the dice game. Yeah, that's fine. How's our poker hand doing? We got a queen. So if we just get 4 more of those, we'll get 5 of a kind. The dream. Trumps any other poker hand you could ever imagine. Okay, back to the darts for a moment. We still need more money here. It is stacking up 1.88 E17. If we could get a little bit of a bigger target, that would be good too. Back to trial mode to get even bigger multipliers. I do think some of... it might be where the sushi upgrades can really boost darts again too. I know something can really supercharge darts, even though they don't really need the help. But it's just fun to see it happen. We're 1/4 of the way to E18. It didn't take long at all. I might do trial mode anyway, just to see if I can hit it. Upgrades are half price though everywhere. I only really took advantage of the ones here at the darts. So year 1 E18 to be able to get a bigger bullseye. Lotto upgrades. We're going to get bigger numbers on the oranges. And higher chance of better prize multipliers and higher chance in general. We're also going to get better luck for the final one too. Also money boost over here. So we should be able to get some real big numbers here. Yeah, I completely forgot that we had the half price thing already. So if we do that, there's 5.54 billion. That's definitely a new best win. So this is now getting us $5 billion every 25 seconds or whatever it is. That's going to pay out for us. It's going to be quite good. Okay, we're going to scratch some oranges now. We got a real high chance to get some real big numbers. I want bigger numbers. This isn't good enough for me. Lots of triple digits, so look at all that. There's even a 1,000 in there. There's a new best win, 2.3 billion. Thanks to those multipliers. We get to scratch another one of these. Lucky for us. Best win, 12.7 billion. So our numbers are definitely going up. We get more money from that new scratching. There's 30 billion. So Frog now makes $22.7 billion. Non-stop. I don't know if this is going to matter. There's 76 million. We'll just do a few of these to see if we can just knock those numbers up without much effort. 37 million. All right, so that would make conceivably no difference. If they're not getting giant billions, not worth it. We could actually increase the blue ones though, couldn't we? 3 more, 4 more columns. We get higher possible numbers there. We can also get higher chance of getting better numbers. The insta-win, I don't know if I care about as much. But we'll give a few levels there. More buckaroos, more tickets in the next room. Hopefully I'm not overlooking some upgrade here. Accountant Toad can make a little more. But now the blue tickets have some pretty good potential to get much higher numbers. We invested some billions in there. So there's 192 million. That's a start. We're going to do the gray ticket again because I think it's got the highest potential overall. Back to the blue ticket. There's a 10, 10. So we got 110 only. Still 192 million there. That's not terrible. How's the sushi doing? Yeah, we've got enough to generate some more of those. So we're up to 60 per minute. We can just let that go. We'll draw more poker hands. We're still looking for a green. Actually, queen, king, queen is not... as far as poker is concerned, that's perfectly fine. They're different suits, but I mean, we can't be that picky. We're pretty desperate, honestly. King, queen, queen, king, queen, ace. So whatever. We'll see what that turns into. We did get a blue multiplier. We'll let that go. We're about to get more sushi going on. We'll get one more. Then we'll get more ribbons per minute. We should also increase that more fuel per minute. Creating a new sushi gives a new permanent bonus to other rooms. Ooh, that's a good one, actually. View them all for the bonus tab button. Where's the bonus tab button exactly? Creating a new sushi now gives a permanent bonus to other rooms. Yeah, I forgot about that one. That can actually be super big. Unlocks a tier button. Allows you to see the tier number on your sushi. More fuel. We'll get extra ribbons earned every minute. We'll go and get more of that, but more fuel. So we'll find the bonus thing where? Bonus. So these give 1.1 times extra golden darts. Is that for every one of them? If it is, we'll get some more of them. Okay, we got that many already. We need more slots. Add a new slot to old sushi. That takes 21. But no, darts are worth a lot more again. We just actually got quite a big boost to darts. That's going to feel good. We're nearly halfway to E18. So money will go up. It's a shame that these didn't get half priced. Still 1.1 E18. We're working our way up. It's no problem. We just throw the darts and profit. Darts on top of darts on top of darts. We could almost try the Shadow Realm now, but we don't have the extra damage we had before. We would have done it before, but we gotta wait for the Twizzlers to add up again. So we're looking here. All right, income is better. Not as good as I might hope for. We got 84 ribbons though. We're gonna get more slots to hold sushi. Unlocks the move button. When turned on, you can move around sushi slots themselves. 10% ribbons earned every minute, so we'll get more of that. So now we can get a few more of those. Do they stack? I would assume they stack. 1.1 extra. Maybe it's only for having one of them. Don't know. Don't have to know. We could put one of those together actually to see what they do. What's a tier 2 do? 1.1 extra money gained in Lotto. Alright, I think I see a trend. So I'll put one more of those in. 126 per minute. Alright, Pachinko gotta finish our poker hand and just a pair. Forever stuck on just a pair. Nothing going on there. We don't really have anything we can do here that I want. Sushi fuel generation actually can go up. Sushi fuel generation is big. We need more slots still. Slots are a little bit expensive, but the more we get, the more we're going to earn. So we close that. One more of those. Darts over here, piling up a little bit of money. Not as quick as I would like. They're trying their best, but they can only do so much. And so if we scoop all that up, 6.4 E17. Trial mode it is. We just need a bigger multiplier, that's all. 16,000 there, we need better than that. Can we do it? There's a 25,000, that's gonna help. That, too high. But we're getting closer. Almost there. 17,000, come on, we can do it. We just need a few of those super bullseyes. They're hard to get in there, they're very small still. We need a lot more money to be able to do that. 16,863, good, try that. 25,000, not bad. That was a bit of an early throw. Just not as good as before. That's okay, it was worth a try. We did our best. Poker hand. Green bonus, green bonus. We got a queen. I would love a better multiplier here. I would love a lot of bigger numbers everywhere. I did also invest a lot in the oranges, so we should also take a run at those. There's the multipliers. If we got a few more multipliers, that could have been it. They stack so nicely. We did also invest a lot in these blues, so these have real big potential right now. 212 million. That will actually be feelable somewhat in here. Not super much, but we do have 902 billion. Which surprisingly doesn't go as far as you might think. 741 billion there. Let's just get bigger prize boosts overall. Then we're basically out of money again. The frog is generating a little more now. Let's get these blues boosted up again. What can we do? There's a new best win. 240 million. That's pretty good. This one's definitely got some big potential right now. Everything's just so expensive. Okay, we'll go back to the oranges for a sec because they're about to go back into cooldown. Wow, this could actually be big. It's shimmied on to more 1000s. 2.61 billion. Better again. Still, this one with 29 billion is basically all of our earnings. Basically all of it. Couple more of those. Queen 5, queen. Ooh, maybe we'll get 3 or 4 of a kind on queens. One can only hope. How's sushi doing? Lots getting generated. Got 279 tickets going. You can now tap on a sushi next to fuel bar to change what sushi you're cooking. That's actually a good one. I think we can just increase the level with that. We'll definitely get a little more ribbons earned every minute to make sure that stays going up strongly. How are we doing on darts? Working closer to E18. Back in the lotto, we definitely want to scratch more of this because this is sort of carrying our overall income here. And we like our income here. We like those numbers getting bigger. We just love gambling. 373 billion. Higher chance of getting better numbers there. That feels pretty good. But I think this is a good point to sit and let it run for a little while and get back to great riches somewhere down the road. My dopamine is starting to make me tired.